Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web.
Jimmy the Lakes to Lakes, along with the dandy one, Doug Marshall. And Doug,
Yes.
it's the live TV game of the week on SHENTEL Cable, and tonight we got a good one tonight.
We got a real good one tonight. Both teams won their openers last week. Appomattox is hosting the Rustburg Red Devils, and this rivalry goes back a while.
Way back to the old Seminole District days. And I say the old Seminole District days. Rustburg still in the Seminole.
That's right.
Appomattox, of course, in the Dogwood. But back in the day, Doug, they always do this when they say back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, this was a major rivalry. And I remember back in 1976,
That's a while back.
they played each other. Well, actually, it was 75. They played each other. Over 6,000 people over at the old Bragg Stadium. A great game. Rustburg ended up winning late in the fourth quarter, but it was a great game, and I'm expecting a good game tonight.
I'm expecting it too, because last year it came down to late in the fourth quarter, a minute or less to go, and Rustburg pulled it out and beat Appomattox 27-21. So, I mean, it was 27-20, excuse me.
A game that Appomattox feels like they should have won.
Well, it was a turnover that caused Appomattox was deep in the territory. It allowed Rustburg to get the ball. So, once again, it's going to be that type of game tonight. If you can hang on to the football, don't to the other team, you got a real shot at winning.
Exactly right. Well, this is our pregame on the live TV game of the week, and our pregame sponsors tonight are Robinson Funeral Home. They've been with us for a long time.
Yes,
Doug.
they have been.
They do a great job, very caring. They do a great job. And also, Fortress Foundations, folks, you got a leak, you got a crawl space, you need to get it done. Fortress Foundations, they are the ones to call. And Mills Heating and Air.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to get something done as far as your heating and air goes. Mills has the experts to help you get what you need. How about that?
Give them a call. Josh will set you right up.
He's a great guy, no question about it. They are our pre-game sponsors. Now, getting back to the game, Doug.
Yes.
This is going to be one of those games where it could be upper 20s for both teams.
I don't know. Well, it could be. Yeah, because both of them put offense. Appomattox scored 23 last week. Rustburg scored 28. Rustburg last week was down 23 to 6 at halftime. Came back 26 to 6 at halftime. Came back to win 28 to 26. Appomattox, of course, allowed an opening touchdown against Buckingham and then scored the next 23 to win. So both teams are explosive, high-powered offenses. Can the defense shut the offenses down, and whichever one does could be the winner.
Exactly right. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back right after this. Welcome back to Bragg Stadium, everyone. Again, Jimmy the Lakes along with the dandy one, Doug Marshall. And, folks, let me tell you, we had some equipment problems earlier up in the booth, and I did some cleaning and scraping and carrying on, and I almost got it going, but I couldn't quite get it going. But guess what? Mr. Handyman here, the dandy one, he got it working. Now, I don't know how long it's going to work.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but it might not be working when we go back. But it was working the last I checked it.
Yeah, he did. He did get it going. No question about that. Going to have something different here tonight at Appomattox. They're going to open the flag up on the field, Doug. One of those big flags. Got a lot of volunteers doing that. We're going to take a break. National anthem's coming up. We'll come back and finish the pregame right after this.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
With Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web.
Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, it is bright and sunny out here. Doug, let's talk about the weather real quick. The weather is perfect. There is no wind. It's about 78 degrees, if it's that much.
Yes.
The field's in good condition. I mean, it's not that humid.
Yeah, all I can tell you is at the end I'm looking back into now, if you have to look back to catch that football, it's going to be a little tough because the sun is sinking low, and until that sun goes down, it's going to be tough.
And it's going to be going down here probably another 30 minutes or so. It'll be low enough where it won't bother anybody. But again, Doug, we're talking about both of these teams. Rustburg Red Devils, they're coming off a big win over Spotswood, came back from being way down at halftime, made a great comeback and won that game. And the Raiders, they ended up winning that game over at Buckingham, another big rivalry for the Raiders right now.
Yeah, Appomattox kept the axe from last week because that was the axe game. Tonight is the lantern game.
Tonight is the lantern game.
And Rustburg holds it currently.
Rustburg's got the lantern. Virginia had it probably, Appomattox had it probably, 3-4 years in a row?
3-4 years in a row,
And then
yes.
Rustburg got it, and let me tell you, the Raiders want it back. They want to have the axe, and if they're going to chop some wood, they need some light to chop the wood by, so they need the lantern.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a tough chore tonight. I tell you what, for Rustburg, the quarterback is the man who takes care of everything. He rushed for 124 yards last week, and they tell me he can throw the football off the run too. So that he's going to be a tough guy to bring down because he's like 230 pounds and 6 foot tall, can hum it and can run it.
I'm like you. Turnovers, I think, is what's going to dictate this game.
Oh, yes.
So with that being said, who's going to win this game tonight, Doug? Is it going to be the Rustburg Red Devils or the Raiders of Appomattox?
Well, we did our early season picks, and I looked at the games, and I said Appomattox would win. I'm sticking by it.
You know, I'm going to stick with Appomattox as well, but I'm saying it's going to be a close game and could come down to late in the fourth quarter.
It come to the fourth quarter, and it could come down to a kick. Whoever's got the best kicker may determine this tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right. All right, folks, that's it for the pregame. Thank our sponsors again, Robinson Funeral Home, Fortress Foundations, and Mills Heating and Air. Get ready for some action. Settle back, grab a snack. The Live TV Game of the Week on SHENTEL Cable is coming up. It's the Red Devils of Rustburg against the Raiders of Appomattox, and we'll have it for you right after this.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Scott and Wilson Insurance and Appomattox if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you. RE/MAX Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The RE/MAX team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by RE/MAX Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
Welcome back to Appomattox, everyone. Bragg Stadium, Jimmy the Lakes, along with the dandy one, Doug Marshall. And the Westburg Red Devils have broken through the banner, Doug, and they're over on the sidelines ready to go. Getting ready to have the toss of the coin, Doug. And so now let's talk about this, Doug. We talk about this.
Yep.
Who wins the coin toss? What are they going to pick?
I actually think that Rustburg will take the football.
Okay.
Because I think that they believe they can run the football and put points on the board before Appomattox in and put Appomattox behind the 8 ball and make them press.
And if Appomattox wins the toss?
If Appomattox wins it, they'll defer and give it to Rustburg.
So really Rustburg can't lose.
That's right.
They're going to get the ball one way or another is what you're saying.
That's what I think.
Okay. And
now, for that and a dollar, you can probably go buy a cup of coffee.
Better not put that on the Virginia game tomorrow. They're underdogs by 28 points.
I'm gonna take the points in Tennessee. I'm sorry to say that.
I think you're right.
Because I'm a Virginia Cavalier fan.
Oh, Doug. Rustburg has won the toss, and they have deferred. They want to see if they can play defense first, Doug.
Okay. Well, Appomattox is going to have to look back into the sun on passes, but they'll get to take the kickoff.
Well, the thing is, they get to take a kickoff without the sun, and if Rustburg gets it and has to punt, they won't be in the sun either.
That's true.
That sun is very,
the
very
sun
bright.
is pretty tough. It was a tough sun field down there when we were on the field. And here come the Raiders. This is the home opener for the Appomattox Raiders this year, and they have not lost a home opener for like 7 or 8 years.
Wow. Well, this will be a good test for them. And, Doug, you talk about the field. Let's talk about the chain gang. And chain gang, Ken Caldwell, Bob Williams, Jeff Martin, and David Hackett will be running chains. The scoreboard will be operated by none other than Robert West, and the play clock by Brendan Conroy. And our announcer tonight, Doug, for the Raiders, for the fans.
Me, right?
No.
Not me.
It's the infamous Tony Clifton. You hear the crowd? Listen. Yeah, go Tony. Yeah. You heard the crowd. The crowd was fired up when they heard that.
Yeah, I heard a couple boos in there. Somebody must not like Tony out there. I don't know.
I'm not sure about that, Doug.
Either that or they're the head of his fan club.
I'm not going to go there, Doug. I'm not going to go there.
No, I tell you what, I actually listened to Tony on the big Bluegrass Bonanza that comes on Sunday nights. And I'll tell you what, they play some fine music on that. The only problem is I want to try to sing along with them, and that ain't too good either. I broke a couple mirrors and windshields.
You better turn the radio up good and loud, Doug.
If it's good and loud, I sound really good, I can tell you.
All right, here we go, folks. The kickoff, Doug, is that number 82?
Well, we ought to be able to pick the numbers up.
Parker Giles.
But you know I always have trouble with numbers.
Well, yes, you do. Parker Giles kickoff, and we are underway, folks.
It's a low scribber. It's going to be caught by the Raiders, number 12. That's Kevin Fitch. And I tell you what, if Kevin lets that ball go, it's probably going out of bounds.
Yeah, but But they got the ball about the 38-yard line.
38-yard line. So
but also, Doug, Kevin caught it. If he runs with it, he'll probably pick up 10 more yards.
Yeah, that's true. But
So
I guess he decided to make sure he held on to the ball.
So here we go with the Appomattox Raiders, and they're under center for the Raiders, of course. Great. He's a senior this year. And in the backfield, Doug?
Number 6, DeMonte Fleshman. And I can't pick up the other number that's right back there with him. It usually has been Trayshawn Kelso. And so the ball's handed off up the middle.
Yeah, they'll get nowhere on that one.
Yeah.
Actually lose a yard, almost a yard.
So the Red Devils coming here fired up tonight. Apparently they want to keep the Lantern as bad as the Raiders want to take it away from them.
Absolutely, no question about it.
So so the Raiders come up to the ball. They got a 2nd down and 11. Peterson comes up under center. Takes a snap, goes down the lane. He keeps the football, turns it up. He may get the yard back, but it's going to be a 3rd down and long for the Appomattox Raiders, as Peterson that time tried to keep it himself as he goes up his side, and he was met in the backfield by a host of Red Devils. So the Raiders come out now. They're in a tight formation. They got a slot and a wide receiver. Number 1 is Reagan Conroy. Max Needy's in his slot.
Yep, they got back to the line of scrimmage, Doug. So
it's 3rd and 10. In motion is number 11, P.J. Reel. The pitch out this time is to.
And Doug, he's going to get the first down.
That is number 6. That is DeMonte Fleshman. And Fleshman that time weaved and bobbed, and he got the yardage up close to the 50-yard line.
He certainly did. I tell you, that's a big play on 3rd down for the Appomattox Raiders. Got to give them a little life.
And so the Raiders are in the grind them out stage too. And Gray Peterson has a pretty 1st down and 10. The ball handed off on the inside. That is Fleshman. Fleshman's going to pick up
I think he may have got another first down.
I think he got another 10 yards.
So that Appomattox front line, Doug, doing some good blocking. Russberg, pretty good size, Doug. Number 56, Justice Bradley. He's 5'11", 281 pounds, so he's a big guy out there. Also, number 51, Gavin Smith, 6'1", 217. Nothing small about the Russberg Red Devils at all.
So the Raiders ran 2 consecutive first downs on the running play, taking over at their Russberg Red Devil 41. This time Peterson going to keep the football, going to go to the right side, and he's going to get inside the 40. It looked like he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, pretty good stiff arm that time on number 32, McQuavion Rosser, and Rosser did bring him down, Doug, but Peterson was able to pick up 3 or 4 yards.
He got about 3 yards, so 2nd down and about 7 to go for a first down. I tell you what, Mr. Lakes, the scoreboard is so bright tonight you can't hardly read it right. You can't read it right now.
I think it's 4 minutes and something left in the first quarter.
I think it's a little longer than that.
Maybe it's 9 minutes.
I think 9 minutes is right.
Well, like I said, you can't see it.
Peterson this time keeps it. He pitches it out to Fleshman on the
again,
right side.
We got a flag coming, Doug.
We're going to
have a hold coming up on Appomattox.
I think the Appomattox Raiders has got a hold right there.
Yep.
So they'll stop the clock and they'll bring that back.
Yeah, 2 flags on the field, and we got holding on the Raiders.
Bring it back to about the 4. So nice run that time by Fleshman, who got it inside the 20-yard line. So now you may see the Raiders have to come up with a pass play. And good to see on the sidelines tonight. Coach Smith is on the sidelines tonight. Got the headset on down there working, so
yeah,
it's nice to see him. Nice to see him here tonight.
That's great to see him here tonight. He has really gone through some stuff.
And so far so good. The treatments have not taken him down as much as they thought. So 2nd and about 15. Ball's handed off. Nope. Kept around, a little pitch out to the right side, and
nowhere to go.
Fleshman this time is going to be hit. He may get a yard, and that's going to be about it.
Yeah, third and about 15, Doug. I don't think they picked up any yards.
Yeah,
3rd and 15 coming up.
No pickup on that play, 3rd and 15.
So what looks like such a promising drive, all of a sudden is going to come down to another big 3rd down play, Doug.
Once again, a mistake. I mean, you got a holding penalty that is deemed a mistake because that's a major penalty, and because that wiped out about 20, 25-yard pickup.
Exactly right.
You got to put that under the major penalty category.
Raiders a little confused on who you change personnel as much as Appomattox does. This happens, especially early in the year.
Early in the season.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back to your live TV Game of the Week on SHENTEL Cable.
Hi, I'm Jordan. And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Landscaping that will make you proud to invite your neighbors over. Call 434-841-5163 today and let Brian show you what your place could look like with the right landscaping touch. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Call today.
Knight going back.
Nice play by the Raiders.
This time the Raiders stuff.
Yeah, that's Trayshawn Kelso, Doug, senior.
That's Reed running the football.
5'8", 190, Kelso. He got in there first and stopped him dead in his tracks. They lost a couple yards on that, bring up 3rd and 10.
And from this point, my guess is they're still in
two-down
territory.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's going to depend on how much is picked up on this play.
Unless they get a penalty, and I look.
Overload this right side here on the
watch out for the Red Devils passing the ball.
And they're going to hand off to Rosser.
And I think the Raiders were looking for a pass.
And Rosser's going to get hit and going to get taken down as he approaches the 12-yard line.
You're going to have 4th and about 5, Doug.
4th and 5.
And Rushburg, I think coach is going to say, hey, look, we're going to go for it. We got a good defense. We can hold them. We're going to go for it, see if we can pick up that first down.
Big play in the ball game. The Raiders hold it here, even though they'll be deep in the territory. They'll stop that big threat after that big run by Rosser.
Right.
Big play in the ball game is kind of show us what you got.
Oh, they jumped, but they didn't go over.
Ball handed off, and Rosser did not get the first down.
Doug, and I'm gonna tell you what. The Raiders almost jumped off sides.
Yeah.
He almost got him to jump.
All you've got to do is break the neutral zone.
That's right.
So that was 4th down. Raiders take over, 1st down and 10. They hold them, but now they're deep in the territory at their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, you got to look at it this way, Doug. They didn't score a touchdown, and they didn't get any points out of that drive. If you're the Raiders, you got to be happy with that. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, see what the Raiders can do on their second possession right after this. All right, folks, welcome back. 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
And he can't look for so long. The play clock is counting down. Peterson.
Oh, Doug, that was close to a face mask.
Yeah, I thought he had it.
Yeah, the head jerked to the side. I'm really surprised.
I thought he had it, but they didn't call it.
Yep, I'm surprised they did not throw a flag on that one.
So 2nd down, about 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7.
Usually when that head goes around, Doug, you got a call.
Yeah, I think that was one just missed.
Nothing intentional.
I'm sure
he did get the face mask.
I'm sure the coaching staff of the Raiders kind of let the official know on the sideline down
I
there.
would think surely they did. 2nd and 7.
Here we go back over the right side.
Wow.
That is.
Wow. Is that Fleshman?
Yeah, that's Fleshman.
Still got to go, Doug. Got a man on his tail.
Yeah, well.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Appomattox on a. Hey, that is an 88-yard run.
Yeah, DeMonte Fleshman. Wow.
A big, and I tell you what, he gets in the open field. Nobody is going to catch him.
And no flags on the field, Doug. And so the Raiders now coming in to try to get an extra point. And we got number 1, Reagan Conroy, will be doing the kicking. The Raiders had a guy off his soccer team, Doug, that was going to be their kicker. I think he was in a car accident, and they said he may not get to play all year. And they've been working out some other soccer players just in case. But they said Conroy did a good job last week kicking, so here we go.
I mean, short range, he's probably pretty decent for extra points. But I wonder what happens when you have to back him up for a long-range field goal.
Well, this is a 20-yarder right here.
Snap is down. The kick is up. And it is
good. Is good.
The official had to shade his eyes in his son to make the call.
So the Raiders will score first, go up 7-0 over Rustburg with 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the first quarter, and we'll be right back after this.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Scott and Wilson Insurance and Appomattox if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family-owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you. RE/MAX Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The RE/MAX team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by RE/MAX Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Appomattox. Now, folks, we want to apologize if the broadcast at the beginning of the game was messed up a little bit. We have had some technical difficulties up there tonight. And, Doug, you know, when you're dealing with this equipment that is wireless, sometimes the waves that are coming from other stuff, because other cameras up here as well, until you get the frequency set correctly, and you don't know that until after the game starts. So if it did not show the beginning of the game, we do apologize.
That is like the players make mistakes early in the year.
Yeah.
Well, this is our first broadcast since our last basketball game, so we're gonna have to get our equipment used to working again.
That's exactly right. We'll recap in just a second.
Little high squib kick bounced high. It's going to hit and fall down, and we'll see who falls on it. I think the Red Devils did manage to get on it. Don't know whether that was by design or not, but it was awful close to being a good onside kick.
I think the Red Devils did get it, Doug. All right, folks, if the beginning of the game didn't work, the Raiders got the kickoff of a very short kick, kind of like that one was. Raiders started on the 47-yard line, I believe. They ran some plays. They converted 2 first downs. One of them was a 3rd and 15. But they eventually had to punt the ball. Rustburg got it back. They started running some plays. Rosser ran one down the field for about 40 or 50 yards. And then the Raiders stopped them on 4th and 5.
Knight throws out into the flats. Number 4 with the football is Alex Dunn. And Dunn is going to be taken out of bounds. So just a little flare pass out in the flat, and Dunn took off. He had a couple blockers out there. Number 2 throwing a big block was Ace Thornton. And Rustburg is just looking here. Knight is a senior. But I'm telling you, they've got number 23. They've got a junior dominated squad.
Right.
So this team is going to get better over the next year.
Absolutely, no question about it.
So back in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. First down and 10 for the Red Devils. Knight's going to hand it off to Marshawn Rosser. Rosser's going to take it up the middle and going to pick up, looks like about 5 yards.
And that was number 68 again for the Rustburg Red Devils, Clayton Boyd. He's a senior, 6 foot 237, leading the blocks.
And we're under a minute to go here, first quarter of play. The Raiders lead 7-0 on a 88-yard touchdown run by DeMonte Fleshman. Extra point converted. 2nd and 5. This time
Rosser
hand
again.
off to Quay. This is Quay Rosser.
And
he's going to
2 yards short.
He's going to lean forward to just inside the 30. So it'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it a long one.
Looks more like 2 to me, Doug. They're saying 31 up here.
The loudspeaker announcer
That
agreed
is a
with
long.
me. He agreed.
Look.
Did I not say long one?
That is the longest.
Thank you.
That's the longest 1 yard I ever seen.
Case closed. Long one.
That is the longest 1 yard I ever seen.
3rd down. Long yard. And I think Ross is going to probably stretch that across and get it to enough for a first down.
Yeah.
He was initially hit in the backfield by number 7 of the Raiders, Jamorian Haskins, who they tell me played one heck of a ball game last week.
But he worked hard and he got that first down. And Doug, another player out there for Rustburg, number 62, Cameron Epperson, Jr., 6'2", 271 pounds. Oh, my.
They is 4th and short, but I think they're going to measure.
The chain gang. Let's see who they are, Doug.
All right, but anyway, why don't we take a break? The quarter's going to change. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll decipher all of it right after this.
Hi, I'm Jordan. And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Landscaping that will make you proud to invite your neighbors over. Call 434-841-5163 today and let Brian show you what your place could look like with the right landscaping touch. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Call today.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Now, Doug, a very big change of events on the field. We thought that they got the first down, so they did a measurement, and they came up about, 6-8 inches short, maybe? What do you think?
And whether it's a couple links of the chain.
Yeah, and
kudos to the crew over there. They probably put a couple links in.
Well, that is.
They'll take them out in a few minutes.
Yeah, Ken Caldwell, Bob Williams, Jeff Martin, and Davey Hackett. Of course, they didn't do that, but if we said they did it, they would probably say, yeah, we did all we could do. So the Raiders will take over, Doug.
No.
No, it is fourth down now.
It's fourth and short. I thought that was third down.
Well, what happened was
the first play picked up 5 yards. The second play picked up 3. This one picked up almost the first down.
Well, what happened was
it's fourth down and short.
The official did point like it was going to be Raiders' ball.
And Knight's going to move forward, and he didn't have to go very far to get that.
First down, Rustburg.
So that should be a first down. I mean, you could have gotten that first down, Jimmy. Laying down.
Yeah. I could have.
And I'm just seeing they're stopping the clock. College football this year, they're not stopping the clock on first downs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's one of the new rules. They try to speed the game up. So you can't depend on that clock stopping on a first down.
Well,
you might have to spend a timeout sometimes.
Yeah.
Wider over here, number 2 goes in and out of the hands of number 2, Ace Thornton over there.
Doug, I wonder if Ace heard the footsteps of Max Nettie because he was coming over there.
Well, Max had blown the assignment because there was nobody over here guarding him, and so they were going to try the quick throw over there. But Max was coming. I guess he looked to see where he was at before he could caught the ball.
Yeah.
Second down and 10 yards to go. The ball is spotted at the Raider 26-yard line, I believe. 27-yard line. Dropping back, going to hand the ball off to Rosser. Rosser going around the right side. He's going to get enough for the first down. Going inside the 15-yard line.
And Doug, Rosser is a senior. He's 6'2", 205. But I'm going to tell you what, he looks bigger than that.
And I imagine when those guys are trying to tackle him, he looks bigger than that.
I mean, he looks bigger than 205.
Ball's just inside the 15-yard line. First and 10 for the Red Devils. The Raiders lead the Red Devils 7-0.
11:20 left in the first half of play.
Handoff this time to Rossick up over the left side of the line. And he's going to get it down to about the 10-yard line, maybe just short of it.
And, Doug, I want to tell you, between the Rustburg front line and the Raider front line, they are banging inside.
Yeah. These two teams usually lay leather when they do play.
Second and 6.
And, a lot of these guys play sometimes youth league football and all together.
They do.
And then because the way they're located, they go to different schools.
That's right.
And so they end up playing against each other in high school.
Yep. 2nd and 6 coming up for Rustburg.
Knight rolling out to the right side. He looks to the back side.
Got him open, Doug.
And the ball's going to be thrown to number 33 on the side. That is Jacob Ford.
Yeah, and he will get down to about, the 2-yard line?
Yeah, well, he got a first down.
Maybe the 1-yard line. And that little screen coming out of the backfield, Doug, is working for the Rustburg Red Devils.
Well, the Red Devils have enough running game with Rosser that you can hand the football, fake the handoff to him, and those guys on his slot. With a running game like that, they got 2 decent wide receivers and a slot man. The Red Devils are going to cause a lot of uproar in the Seminole District this year.
Absolutely.
And we got a timeout being taken by the Red Devils. The ball spotted on the 2-yard line with 10-11 to go first half of play. It's Appomattox 7. Rustburg is knocking at the door from the 2-yard line. We'll return right after this.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent Sarah Saunders in Appomattox today for more information.
Looking for a pre-owned vehicle from a dealership that puts you first? Has a certified service department and guaranteed credit? Then Cedar Line Automotive in Appomattox, Virginia is ready to greet you. Cedar Line Automotive has a wide selection of vehicles to choose from, and their staff is ready to assist you. So when you are ready for that next vehicle, give Cedar Line a try. They're just 20 miles east of Lynchburg, 30 miles west of Farmville on Highway 460. Stop by and take a look today. goal. They'll give it to the other Rossa, and he's in the end zone.
And he's going to back in, and yep, he got a touchdown. The referees raised the arms. And so we got, at 10:05, the Red Devils punch it into the end zone.
And so, Doug, you were talking about knocking on the door. Well, guess what? They just knocked the door down.
They just opened the door and went in, didn't they? And we probably didn't, Appomattox has probably got too many men on the field, and the Red Devils are going to decline that touchdown.
Penalty against the Raiders. 2 men on the field. Red Devils decline the penalty. Touchdown, Red Devils.
You know, Doug, the thing is.
So now it appears that the Red Devils are going to go for 2.
The thing is, Doug, if you have too many men on the field, if you're trying to get off the field, don't run up here to the sidelines from the end zone. Just run straight across out of bounds. You'll get there a lot quicker.
The Red Devils are going for 2 now.
So this could be a big stop for the Raiders if they can stop them.
So this is number 32. This is Quay Rossa at the back. He's the Wildcat.
Yeah,
he's going to take it and run to the right side.
And
he's going to be hit.
I don't know, Doug. Did he get there?
Yes,
he got there.
Yes, he did.
The Raiders almost stopped him.
So the Rustburg Red Devils 2-point conversion puts them on top, 8-7. With 10:05 to go in the second quarter play, it's Rustburg 8, Appomattox 7. We will return right after this.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Scott and Wilson Insurance in Appomattox if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you. RE/MAX Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The RE/MAX team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by RE/MAX Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
All right, folks, welcome back to Appomattox. 8-7 in favor of the Rustburg Red Devils as they scored and then went for 2. And, Doug, you don't see the kicker lining up over here on this side of the field like this very often.
Looks like number 22. Is that Eric? No, it's 82, I believe.
Well,
Parker
really
Giles.
Need to catch that in the air, but anyway.
And Fleshman with the football. He breaks a couple tackles, gets it back up to close to the 40-yard line.
Good return.
So the Raiders will shut up shop just outside their 40-yard line, maybe the 39.5, somewhere in that range. So it'll be first down and 10 Appomattox as we have 10 minutes to go here in the first half of play.
First down and 10 for the Raiders.
So the Raiders got the football. And one thing we haven't seen the Raiders throw but maybe one time.
Did they throw?
No, I believe you.
I don't think they've thrown yet.
They've done nothing but run. Fleshman in the backfield.
And Rustburg got everybody up within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, too, Doug.
The pitch out to Fleshman. Fleshman's going to cut it back, find some running room.
A good run by Fleshman.
And he's going to pick up 6 yards maybe.
Well, he made something out of nothing, Doug.
He's going to pick up about 6. He got it up to the 45-yard line. So I got a feeling you're going to see a lot of Quay Ralston and a lot of DeMonte Fleshman, just what I'm seeing early in the game.
And you talk about the Raiders not throwing the ball. Now, if you'll watch out there, folks, and if they do it again on this play, they've got all 11 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Now, they backed them, a couple of them back a little bit, but not much.
Max Nitti to the near side of the field. To the far side is Reagan Conroy, wide receivers. Slot man is Daniel Bradley. This time the ball.
Nobody there.
And I think Bradley was supposed to come on the inside handoff.
I think so.
And that talking about making something out of nothing. That time, Gray Peterson just kept the ball and ran it right up the field and got it to the Rustburg Red Devil 49-yard line.
And what I think happened, Doug, was he turned to hand off. Nobody was there. He took off. Rustburg was not expecting that.
Yeah.
They were looking for him to maybe go around the end. And nice run by Peterson. He is a strong runner.
He is.
He's 6'4", 210.
Pitch out.
Uh-oh.
Pitch.
Uh-oh.
And the ball was pitched behind Fleshman, and then Fleshman slipped and couldn't get back to the football. And so a turnover. So the Red Devils will take over at the Appomattox 41-yard line, first down and 10. And we talked about the turnover bugaboo.
Basically, that's the same thing they did last week against Buckingham. You cannot make that turnover. We were talking about Gray Peterson, and we're talking about what a strong arm he's got and that he can throw it down the field. But it's kind of like if you've never seen that movie, Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
When the coach told the quarterback, said, you can throw it a mile, but you can't pitch it 2 yards. Well, you got to pitch it so the man can catch it. Am I right or wrong?
That's right. That ball was pitched just slightly behind. First down and 10. Knight will wing it out to the right side. Going to hit number 2. That is Ace Thornton, and Thornton is going to turn it upfield and see where he's brought down. He's going to be just shy of the first down, I believe. Second down and about a yard. Actually less than a yard. Nope, they give it a first down on it. They move the chains.
Yeah, you talk about the momentum, Doug. The Raiders had momentum when Fleshman took it 90-some yards for a touchdown, but it's all in Rustburg's side now. Old Mo has changed sides.
Mo's that fickle person. You got to watch out to Mo.
He always is.
This time the ball handed off to Ralston. He bounces it out to the outside. Nice tackle that time by Nitti. Max Nitti, number 2, coming up and making his stop.
Yeah, so you got Nitti, who's a junior, 5'9", 155, going up against Rossa, who is a senior, 6 foot, 205. So you're giving up right much weight there, Doug. You know what you got to do.
But you did what he did.
You got to go low.
Took him out at the ankles.
Got to go low.
You're not going to hit Rossa high.
No.
If you do, you're just going to bounce.
Right.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10. 7:33 to go. First half of play. It's the Red Devils 8, the Appomattox Raiders 7. A game in which we thought would happen like this. Now the Red Devils, we want to talk a little bit about this. Says the coach over there. Bert Torrance is the coach's name. He wants to say, hey, come over here. Let's have a little chat. So while they chatting, we're going to talk to you with some of these commercial messages from some of our fine sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jordan. And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Landscaping that will make you proud to invite your neighbors over. Call 434-841-5163 today and let Brian show you what your place could look like with the right landscaping touch. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Call today.
right, folks, we are back, and it is second, and we're going to say 10, Doug.
Yeah, second down and 10. This time, ball there on the right side. This is number 4 with the football. He's going to be hitting and taken down about 2-yard pickup. Number 4 is Alex Dunn. Dunn's going to pick up 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I would say 2 the way they're marking it now. Third down, about 8 yards to go for a first down.
You have Fleshman and number 11, P.J. Reel, in on the tackle that time for the Raiders.
Third down and 8. This time the wide receivers are to the near side of the field. The pitch out this time is to Rosser. Rosser turns it upfield, and he's going to be pushed out. We got a flag down.
I thought it was a motion penalty, Doug. Looked like Rosser might have moved early. Let's see. Let's see what the call is. Officials will talk it over. Yep, illegal.
Illegal motion against the
And
Red Devils.
It was Rosser, Doug. Rosser actually took a step before the ball was snapped.
So they're going to back the ball up 5 yards, so they'll bring up third down and about 12.
And you can take
13 rather.
You can take that step, Doug, if you're going sideways, but he was going forward. Brad Bradley in attendance tonight. I saw him down there.
Did you?
They must not have a game tonight. At least it looked like it.
Handoff up the middle.
Oh, wow.
That is Marshawn Rosser. Rosser breaks it up the middle, and he's going to break some tackles and take it into the end zone for a touchdown. And so the Red Devils get the penalty and then make it count. Going 32 yards on the touchdown is Marshawn Rosser. And that makes the score 14-7 with the conversion to come.
And looks like they're going for 2 again.
That ball, there's just a nice hole right up the middle on that one.
Oh, yeah. Big hole. Big hole by that offensive line of the Westburg Red Devils.
Once again, Quayshawn Rosser this time.
Won't get it this time.
He's not going to make it this time. So
number 35.
No momentum that time. They kind of figured, the Raiders kind of figured out that play that time. So they stuffed it. 2-point conversion, no good, but the touchdown stands. So now.
And it must have been 25, Doug.
So the new score, 6:29 to go before halftime. It's a Red Devils 14 and the Appomattox Raiders 7.
Yeah, Trevion Kidd made the stop.
We're coming back with the Red Devil kickoff right after this.
All right, folks, welcome back to Bragg Stadium. 14-7, Rustburg over Appomattox. 6:29 left in the first half. Pretty good kick.
Yeah, and Xavier's another one of those that if he can find a crack, he's gone.
Yeah, he's just a freshman, Doug.
Yes, but he's fast.
Very quick.
Very fast. Okay, 14-7.
And
then this could be a big series for the Raiders.
Yeah, because Rustburg gets the ball, starts second half.
So if the Raiders can put something on the board right now to get this game probably back to even, going into halftime, the Red Devils come out.
Yeah.
They can't build on a lead coming out the locker room. That's usually what you want to do. You come out the locker room, you want to smash the other team.
You know what'd be good right now, Doug? Big pizza.
Well, you can call Domino's. They deliver in about 10, 15 minutes. Ball handed off up the middle and kind of stopped. The forward progress was stopped. Now I think it's going to be a loss of maybe a yard on the play.
Daniel Bradley, number 8 that time.
Actually, they've spotted it right there where it's supposed to be.
And again, Doug, the Raiders have not thrown the ball. They did try a pass, but Peterson got sacked on that. Now, I don't know who the tight end is, but
well, we know the middle is usually wide open.
I mean, usually it's wide open. I mean, wide open. They're not making Rushberg back up any.
Peterson's going to turn it upfield, but they may give him a half-yard progress, and that's about it.
Doug, I'm telling you, I know I said this before, but when the defense has 11 players within 6 to 7 yards of the line of scrimmage, you're not gonna run the ball with so much.
No. The third down on the bird 9.5. Shotgun formation for the Raiders.
It's definitely a passing down.
Throwing the ball over the middle, in and out of the hands.
And Doug, I'm gonna tell you what, I am really surprised you don't get a flag because 16 was draped all over number 6, who was Fleshman.
But we also got a holding penalty against Appomattox.
So you got a holding penalty against Appomattox, but you do not have a pass interference call on the Rushberg Red Devils. I mean, he was all over him that time.
So fourth down. Now the Red Devils can decline the penalty.
You know, you don't see a lot of pass interference calls in high school football.
No, you don't. And we've seen a few that should have been called.
We have.
And that was one of them, maybe.
I feel like it was, Doug, but hey.
Peterson to punt, dropping back deep. 2 Red Devils. Can't quite catch a number on it. Punt is hanging. Going to hit. It's going to take a rate of bounce. It's going to come down at about the 20-yard line.
So a pretty good punt.
I will tell you this, that they got close to blocking that time.
They did.
So
well, both snaps have been a little low.
4:42 to go. The Red Devils will take over. They lead 14-7. We'll be right back after these words.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Scott and Wilson Insurance and Appomattox if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you. RE/MAX Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The RE/MAX team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by RE/MAX Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
Welcome back to Bragg Stadium. Ball thrown out by the Red Devils in number 4. That is Alex Dunn on the near side of the field.
Doug, I'm not sure exactly what kind of coverage the Raiders are running right now, but that play is wide open. But what you have to watch is that pump fake and that man going downfield.
Well, what they all that they're trying to do is loosen that front line up so that they can run Rossa,
right?
Either one of the Rossas, and the Raiders have not been able to loosen the front line of the Red Devils up as of yet because they haven't hit a pass yet or thrown the ball that much, so they don't consider it as that. Pitch out to Marshawn Rossa, and Rossa's going to be hitting the backfield at about the 25-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, Malachi Mosley that time, Doug. A junior, 5'9", 215, made the stop for the Raiders.
So you're looking at third down. It looks like about 3 yards to go for a first down. It looks like to me it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah, to me it looks like about 4.
It looks like almost 4 to me, but I'm going by the stick over on the far side. But anyway, come up on 4 minutes to go.
And we've got
they want to.
Is that a sideline warning?
No, they want to reset the play clock.
Oh, okay.
Ball handed off to Rossa. He breaks up the middle. He's going to fall across at 30. It's going to be
down.
Enough for a first down.
Doug, about all you can do if you're the Raiders right now, you have got to run man-to-man coverage on those receivers, and you got to plug everybody up on that line.
Haven't said this for a few years, but I'm not sure that the Raiders have the speed in the secondary to stay with some of these wide receivers playing man-to-man.
Well, and you could be right, because the Raiders, they've been gifted with a lot of speed over these last 6 or 7 years.
Just don't think they've got it this year, or either somebody could be hurt. Ball pitched out to the caught by Dunn.
I give Conroy, number 1, Regan Conroy. Doug, he absorbed the block and then came back to be able to make the tackle on the receiver.
So second adds pickup of about 6, second down and 4.
This play that the Red Devils are running, the Virginia Tech Hokies like to run that play, Doug, where one receiver blocks while the other receiver's catching the ball.
But supposedly you're supposed to catch that ball behind the line of scrimmage, right?
And maybe they are.
Because I would think blocking before the ball gets there is like offensive pass interference. And Rossa is cut down after a pickup of a couple on the play. So it's going to bring up third down and short at
third
about 41.
1. Yeah. This would be a big stop for the Raider defense right here. Quarterback sneaking, he's wide open.
And I tell you what, Knight slithered through that hole. I tell you what, hadn't been for number 4 for Appomattox that time.
Man, that's some good blocking, Doug. Number 58 leading the way that time, Ben Fossey. He's a senior, 5'5", 220 pounds. I tell you, Rustburg, they do have a lot of juniors, but they got some seniors on this team, too. They're really doing a good job.
So by the time Rustburg probably snaps this, it'll be about 2 minutes to go here before halftime. Ball's at their own 45-yard line. They have 2 timeouts to go before the half. Knight's in shotgun formation. He's going to hand the football off to number 3. That is Ari Reed. Reed's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the ground.
And if the Raiders could hold the Red Devils, go in 14-7, although the Red Devils will get the ball at the beginning of the second half, Doug, they're going to have to make some adjustments in the second half.
Knight with the football, looks across the right wide receiver to the right side. And I tell you what,
broke one way.
I really think the wide receiver, number 2, Ace Thornton, and Knight that time weren't on the same page.
No, definitely not.
So third down, 5. That stops the clock with 1:22 to go. Third down and 5. Knight once again in shotgun formation. Rossa rolling to the right side is Knight. Knight throws it, and he misses his receiver, number 4, Alex Dunn, the intended
And now the question, Doug, is if you're Rustburg, do you go for it on 4th and 5 right at the 50-yard line?
How good do you feel about your defense?
I mean, they got to feel good about the defense, but I'm just saying if they're ready to stop them, it's going to give them an excellent opportunity to possibly put some points on the board.
Well, Knight's still in the game. I don't see anybody coming out, so Coach Torrance is rolling the dice right here.
Don't jump.
Unless Knight will pooch kick this thing.
Don't jump if you're the Raiders. Do not jump. That's what they're going to do, Doug. I believe he's going to pooch it. Oh, boy, that was a high snap.
Yep.
He got a good kickoff, though.
He did. And the ball's going to go out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line.
And I tell you what, Doug, that was close to being over the head snap.
That was close, but
it was not. All right, folks, we'll take a break. It's 1:11 left in our first half of play. It's Rustburg 14 and the Raiders 7. And, Doug, if the Raiders could put some points on the board right here, it would be huge. And we'll find out right after this.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Landscaping that will make you proud to invite your neighbors over. Call 434-841-5163 today and let Brian show you what your place could look like with the right landscaping touch. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Call today.
All right, folks, here we go. 1:11 left. Raiders have 2 timeouts, I believe.
Raiders have 1 timeout.
Is it just 1?
Yep, ball handed off up the middle, and that's going to be stuffed at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard at the most.
Well, actually, Raiders have 2 timeouts, Doug.
Yeah, Rustburg has 1, excuse
me.
I looked at the wrong side. My bad.
And they have called a timeout, the Raiders have, with 1:03 left after no gain.
You know, I don't know whether I don't like to question anything like that, but I don't know why you would have done that, because let the clock run. If Rustburg wants to stop it, let them use their final timeout. Because if not right now, the Raiders run a pass play. You know, it's still going to be 50 seconds, and then there's a chance Rustburg could get this ball back before the halftime.
That's true.
Now, on the other hand, if they score off of it, I'm wrong, and the coach is real smart.
Right.
This is where if you've got something up your sleeve, you got a couple of one or two trick plays you want to try, this is where you would probably try one of them. So the Raiders coming back out on the field. Ball spotted to play. Play clock is rolling. They're going to put this time. They're going to put DeMonte Fleshman out on as a wide receiver. Xavier Moser comes in motion.
Got to throw it. Got to get rid of it.
Ball thrown, and it's going to be caught.
Pick up a first down for the Raiders.
At about the 40-yard line. Nice catch by number 1 Nitty. And I'll tell you, it was real close with Mosley going in motion. It was real close to him turning upfield and getting him in motion. So the Raiders picked up a first down. So they're at the 30, just short of the 30.
Clock running, Doug.
He didn't get out of bounds.
Sure looked like he got out, though, Doug, but maybe not.
Well, it looked like he tapped the sidelines and went out of bounds with he caught it. Ray Peterson's going to run it, take it out of bounds. A lot of time went off the clock. I thought the play before that, though, the referees didn't rule that the clock was out, but they didn't stop the clock. But I thought the Nitty caught the ball, toe tapped, went out of bounds
for
the first down.
He definitely went out of bounds. I'm not sure what the official was doing.
And about 10 or 15 seconds went off the clock.
Yeah, and they're talking about it now. But there's no way you can run it back to see how much time you should put back on the clock. Because the official, he might have forgot to put his hands up.
Hey, pay attention to the refs. We are. 40, what do you think, 40?
Now 40 seconds?
What's he saying?
45 maybe? 45 seconds?
45 seconds. All right.
So it's going to be, so the clock should have stopped. Second down and about 4 yards to go, but the referees never signaled for the stop the clock. So, the clock operator doesn't know to stop it. So it's a little bad on.
Well, he can't stop it on his own.
No.
I mean, he has to wait for the official to give the call. Got to get rid of it.
Number 4 that time is waving his arms wide open. Number 4, and I don't have a number 4. That's our mystery man tonight.
We always have a mystery man, don't we?
So he's wide open across the middle that time, across the middle.
Yep.
And I tell you what, I don't know whether he'd have scored or not, but he'd have got a fair piece down the road.
And Peterson's had time to throw it.
33.
I think where he may have got sacked earlier, he may be hearing footsteps right now.
It could be.
So we got third down and 3 is the, I want to say shot clock, but the play clock is down to 6 seconds.
We're reverting back to basketball.
Ball thrown into the middle with Nitty. And Nitty is not going anywhere. And once again, that's Fleshman.
That's not the play that you want, Doug. You can't throw the ball in the middle of the field if you're not going to throw it down the field.
So that's the Raiders' last time out. They've got 4th down and about 2.5, maybe 3 yards for a first down. I would say 3.
And 31.1 seconds left.
And the thing is, if you don't get this first down, Russburg gets the football at that point with 1 timeout.
Yep, let's take a break. We'll come back, see if the Raiders can do it right after this. All right, welcome back, everyone. Doug, Russburg bring a pretty good crowd with them here tonight, coming off a big win against Spotswood last week.
I'll come from behind. They were down 26-6 at halftime. Yeah. Came back to win 28-26. So they shut down a very good Spotswood team.
All right, here we go.
4th down. Pass to the sideline.
Yep.
In and out of the hands of number 1, Reagan Conroy.
And Russburg is going to take over right now.
Russburg's going to get the football with 25 seconds to go and a timeout.
And a timeout, that is right. And that's probably a ball Conroy needs to catch right there, Doug. All right?
Well, they hit him right in the hands.
Yeah, he was also hit by the Russburg player.
But they are missing the passes over the middle. there are people wide open over the middle, and I don't know whether
Doug,
whether that they have a way to look at that at halftime. I know they got an eye in the sky, and I don't know whether that they can pull it up on an iPad or whatever.
You and I have done these games for years, and we
now,
say it for
but now
years.
this is dangerous for Appomattox because you got some time left, and Rustburg throwing the football downfield.
He got behind the defense, but it was overthrown. Well, I was going to say, Doug.
Well, I tell you what, if he could have held the football in all the split second, but Knight took a right good shot.
So what I was saying was we've done these games for years, and for every year we talk about how wide open the field is. I don't care who's playing.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Raiders, the Heritage, whoever. But very seldom do we see the ball thrown across the middle. Have you noticed that?
That's true. So we got a 2nd down and 10. Ball snapped to Knight. Knight's looking downfield. He is going to be hit and stopped. He is taken down at the 40 now. Rustburg will either spend the timeout or let the clock roll.
Well, they have not called a timeout yet, and it's getting down to 5 seconds, and now they'll call timeout.
I guess they 3rd down. They figured they'd take one more shot at it.
Well, here's the deal, okay? If they throw the ball down the field and the man looks like he's going to catch it, tackle him, because it's only a 10 or 15-yard penalty.
That's right.
They'll get one more play, but at least he wouldn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree.
We can do it up here if you want to. You ready, Drew? Ready, Drew? All right, 3rd and 14 coming up. 3.9 seconds.
Should be the last play of the first half. Knight dropping back, looking downfield, and going up and trying to catch it. Goes incomplete. Both guys battling for the football. And so that's going to be the end of the first half of play. And the Red Devils go in at 14, and the Raiders have 7.
Yeah.
RE/MAX Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The RE/MAX team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by RE/MAX Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent Sarah Saunders in Appomattox today for more information.
Looking for a pre-owned vehicle from a dealership that puts you first? Has a certified service department and guaranteed credit? Then Cedar Line Automotive in Appomattox, Virginia is ready to greet you. Cedar Line Automotive has a wide selection of vehicles to choose from, and their staff is ready to assist you. So when you are ready for that next vehicle, give Cedar Line a try. They're just 20 miles east of Lynchburg, 30 miles west of Farmville on Highway 460. Stop by and take a look today. Appomattox, everyone. Halftime here as the Appomattox County High School Marching Band, the best band in Appomattox County, is on the field right now.
I can't disagree with you.
And that's what they.
I'll tell you what, Brian Allgood has done a magnificent job with this band
13 years, Doug.
Yeah, I didn't realize he's getting old.
13 years old. He's getting old.
We're not getting any younger,
No.
but he's not. He's getting old.
And of course,
I saw gray in his beard tonight.
Yeah, and remember, you're older than I am. But anyway, folks, it's halftime, and it's 14-7 in favor of the Rustburg Red Devils. They scored. They went for two. They got it. They scored again. Went for two. They did not make it. The Raiders had a 93-yard run.
It was 88-yard.
88-yard run for a touchdown by Fleshman. That's how they got on the board. Conroy's kick was good. 14-7. Raiders actually scored first, Doug.
They did. The Raiders jumped out 7-0. Rustburg answered it with a march with a touchdown, and then they went for the two, scored 8-7, and then the Red Devils went down the field. 14 did not convert on the two-point conversion, as Jimmy told you. But Rustburg has shown that they can move the ball up and down the field. They just haven't put that many points on the board. And we talked about it during halftime, just before halftime, that Appomattox is lucky they are not down more than just 7 points.
Right. This is halftime, and it's Remax Realty and State Farm, Sarah Saunders right there in Appomattox, Doug, and Cedar Line Automotive. They are sponsoring this, and there's some great sponsors for us.
Yes, well, these sponsors have been with us for a while, and we appreciate every one of them.
Yes, sir. Let's take a break and listen from them, about them, and we'll come right back.
Remax Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The Remax team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by Remax Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent Sarah Saunders in Appomattox today for more information.
Looking for a pre-owned vehicle from a dealership that puts you first, has a certified service department and guaranteed credit? Then Cedar Line Automotive in Appomattox, Virginia is ready to greet you. Cedar Line Automotive has a wide selection of vehicles to choose from, and their staff is ready to assist you. So when you are ready for that next vehicle, give Cedar Line a try. They're just 20 miles east of Lynchburg, 30 miles west of Farmville on Highway 460. Stop by and take a look today. Welcome back, everyone. Bragg Stadium, Appomattox, Virginia, 14-7. The Red Devils over the Raiders. And Doug, you know, I said this before we came out here. I feel like the Raiders feel like that they're lucky they're only down 14-7.
You are correct. Like I said, Rustburg has moved the football. Rustburg has been willing not only to pass the ball, to loosen that Raider lineup, to make lanes for the brothers to run the football, Marshawn and Quay, to run the football, the Rossa boys, and they have shown that they can run, and so that's been the big thing. They've kept the Raiders off balance. The Raiders, on the other hand, has been strictly trying to run. They started to try to throw the football in that last 2-minute drill. They had some openings that I thought they could have hit, so that you may see them come spread it out a little bit and then try to hit the pass plays the second half.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Doug. At the end of the first half, they had to throw the ball, and actually they had some people open. Peterson didn't pick up some of them, but he did pick up a few. They completed some passes. I think they have to throw the ball in the second half.
Well, the Raiders, in the past, sometimes they'll come out and they'll try to see if they can run the football the first half, and they'll show you this one offensive set. then they'll come out the second half and they will put the 3 or 4 wide receivers out there and spread you out. The only danger in that is, can your offensive front line block those Rustburg Red Devils, that big front line that they have up there? That's going to be a key thing. If they can, then it's going to open up some passing lanes, of which then you may be able to run the football off of that. But your main running back, Fleshman, goes out into the wide receiving pattern, so you've got to have an all-quality running back that can run.
Well, and the other thing, Doug, is you move Peterson around. Don't keep him in the pocket. Let him move. Rustburg has to follow him around, try to chase him to sack him rather than just putting him in the pocket and going straight at him.
And then the other attribute of Peterson can come around is if he gets out of the pocket and rolling, no wide receivers, he's got the opportunity to run the football.
And he is a good runner.
And he is a very good runner. So the Raiders, you may see them try to stretch that defensive front line of the Red Devils out. On the other hand, the Red Devils, I don't look for them to change a whole lot at all. They're just going to line it up and they're going to try to pound it.
Yeah, I think you're right. And folks, if you joined us at the beginning of the game, we had some technical difficulties and we do apologize for that. But you didn't miss a lot, because I think we picked it up when
just before
Fleshman got that long run. So you've seen everything else. And again, we do apologize, but sometimes the wavelengths, Doug, that's what happens.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. But that's technical television.
Exactly right. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the second half kickoff. The Red Devils will get it, and we'll have that right after this.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car, because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Scott and Wilson Insurance and Appomattox if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you. RE/MAX Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The RE/MAX team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by RE/MAX Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
All right, welcome back to Appomattox, everyone. Jimmy Lakes along with the Dandy One, Doug Marshall. Doug, and the Raiders, Doug, they need to stop the Red Devils on this first opening possession.
Little high pooch kick once again down, and that's a kind of fair catch caught by Ashton Dixon at about the 35-yard line.
And you know, Doug, we have gotten so spoiled of having a kicker that can get the ball down about the 5-yard line on the kickoff.
Sometimes in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's not happening this year, and it makes a big difference. Let me tell you, a kicker makes a big difference.
Well, it gives you that other, for example, they bring it out to the 20 or the 25. You got to go 75, 80 yards to score, where here now you're looking at 65 to 70 yards.
It makes a difference.
The Red Devils come back out. Knight, the quarterback, Mike Knight, the quarterback, and beside him, big number 32, Marquavian Rosser.
We'll see what kind of adjustments the Raiders made.
And Rosser is going to get the handoff, and he's going to pound it up the middle to about the 44-yard line, and where I must have had a flag on the play, I guess. We got a chop block against Rustburg.
Yep.
Against the Red Devils.
So that's probably a 10-yard penalty right there.
Yeah, that'll back it up a little bit for Rustburg.
So now if they go from the
Well, I guess it would be from where the infraction was at.
Well, usually that's at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So they'll start at the line of scrimmage. Let's see how far they go.
And
should take it back to the 25-yard line.
And the reason that they call this play is because a lot of those, it's a 15-yarder.
Wow.
And so the reason they call this play is for safety and protection.
Absolutely.
Because it takes a lot of knees out if you hit below.
It does. It does.
So this is going to put Rustburg back deep. It's going to bring up first down and 25.
It's also easier to block if you do that. You just take a man's legs out.
Yeah. So wide receiver Alex Dunn goes to the far side of the field. In the slot is Ace Thornton. The pass is going out to number 2, Ace Thornton.
Nice play by the defense.
And Ace is going to pick up about 4 yards maybe.
Yeah, Matt Nitty, number 2.
So it'll bring up second and about 21.
Matt Nitty, number 2, Doug, with a nice tackle that time.
Well, once again, you got to go low to do it. Now, if Appomattox was able to hold him, that penalty is going to be big, but because it gives the Raiders the football with a chance to get this thing even, and Rustburg not being able to advance it down the field and score here at the beginning of the third quarter. Ball's going off to Ross around the right side.
Nice play by the Raiders.
And I'll tell you what, he attracted a lot of company right there.
He certainly did. Number 25 getting in there again, Kidd.
So that's a loss of a couple on that. So third down, and we probably look at about 23 for a first down.
Yeah, Travian Kidd.
If you can do your math really quick.
Travian Kidd, Doug, he's 5'10", 1. That can't be right. Yeah, he's 5'11", 240. Just a sophomore. He's got time to grow.
So they got wide receivers to the far side of the field. Ross in the backfield. The pitch there to Ross, so Ross is going to turn it up the field, and he's going to be hitting and taken down at about the 30-yard line. He did not get to first down. He picked up some nice yardage, though. It's going to bring up fourth down at about 15.
And we have not seen the Red Devils punt yet. Well, we did.
Yeah.
Knight did kind of pooch kick a little bit.
Kind of a little pooch kick. Now, the Raiders are coming in. The Raiders are coming in with their punt unit, but Rustburg is lining up like they're going for it.
Well, that's the same thing they did when they pooched it before, and that's what they're going to do again right now.
Ball's going to be kicked to the right side.
Takes a real good bounce, but Fleshman's got it. Oh, my, he lost more yardage by going backwards.
Yeah. So, but the Raiders have the football at the 35-yard line. Oh, well, at the 32-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. We'll be right back. 9:22 to go here in the third quarter. We'll be right back with the Raiders football to start the third quarter after this.
Hi, I'm Jordan. And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Landscaping that will make you proud to invite your neighbors over. Call 434-841-5163 today and let Brian show you what your place could look like with the right landscaping touch. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Call today.
All right, folks, welcome back. The Raiders did what they had to do, Doug. Of course, a nice 15-yard penalty helped them out a whole lot.
Yes,
But,
it did.
They did stop Rustburg, and now they take over. Still just well,
and the Raiders are going to let the play clock.
Wow,
So
they got to take a timeout already.
The Raiders had a burner on the first play. They had to take a play, and Coach Smith is not real happy with that.
Not happy at all, Doug.
I mean, you've got a senior quarterback who's done this now for a couple years. He's coming out, and you got to get your players. You got to get on the field with enthusiasm, and they didn't show enthusiasm coming out here in the second half. If they play flat, this is not a good sign for the Raiders.
No, absolutely not. Well, I'll tell you what, a good sign. Talk to some of our sponsors. We'll take a break, and we'll come back right after this. Raiders bring it up to the line, 1st and 10. Had a waste of timeout, Doug. Peterson
keeps the football.
Get a little bit.
He's going to pick up about 2 yards maybe.
You know, Doug, other than the first 2 plays of the first quarter for the Raiders and that long run by Fleshman, they have not run the ball very well at all.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, number 33, Jacob Ford, is living in the backfield. Peterson's going to have nightmares on number 33 tonight because he is getting through the line quick.
Ford, 5'11", 233 pounds.
In motion, the Raiders this time. Fleshman's going to the left side.
Broke a tackle, but nowhere to go.
And he's going to be stood up right there. And of course, you got to admit the Red Devils are probably looking for Fleshman running the football.
No question about it, Doug. I mean, again, this has got to be the 3rd or 4th time I've said this. They have 11 men within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. You can't tell me somebody can't get behind this defense and throw the ball. I mean.
Well, the thing is now you're looking at 3rd down. You got about 9 yards to go for 1st down. You kind of obligated to throw the football. Now the Raiders run the 4 wide receivers in. We talked about this a moment ago. Can you block well enough for Peterson to throw? Over the middle.
Wow. That's a play you got to make, Doug.
And that hit, I think that's Fleshman. It hit him in his hands, and he dropped it.
But here's my thinking, Doug. Why do you wait to 3rd down to run that play?
Well, I think that you're going to almost have to do it earlier.
Yeah, well, they're looking for a pass right now. They're not looking for it on 1st down. Well, they have to do something to loosen this defense up.
It appears Appomattox is trying to establish a running game that they can't do tonight, so they've got to go back to the passing game. But when you go back to the shotgun, you automatically know, hey, we're going to pass it.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to change your game plan.
Ball is kicked down, and knee hit the ground.
Yeah.
Number 2 that time went to catch it. Ace Thornton, knee hit the ground, but he was going to have it at about their own 36-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. 7:49 to go, 3rd quarter. It's the Red Devils 14 and the Raiders 7. We're coming back right after this.
All right, Red Devils bring it up to the line, Doug. The Raiders held them the last time. They could not move it on offense.
Knight rolls out, looks to throw. It's hit over the middle. The ball is thrown in a little bit behind him. The intended receiver,
Doug,
number 84.
Here's my question. Was he open?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
He just threw. The ball was just thrown behind him, Cameron Mitchell.
Yeah.
But also in Knight's defense right there.
They were on him pretty good.
He was pressuring him.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders have put some pressure on Knight tonight when he's dropped back to throw the football.
I'm not sure what we have here, Doug. I don't know if we got a flag or.
I don't know what we got going here.
Well, the Raiders are clapping their hands for some reason.
ineligible man downfield.
Oh, there you go, right there. So one of the linemen, Doug, must have slipped downfield too far. You can only go to the yard off the line of scrimmage.
I think you get two to maybe 3 yards down the field.
So that will keep it first down.
This will be first down and 15 this time.
First and 15.
Ball this time handed off to Marshawn Rossa, number 23. He goes up the middle. He gets that 5-yard penalty back.
He sure did.
So it'll be second down at about 10. With the exception of that run by Fleshman tonight, the Raider fans have been a little silent.
Well, they've had nothing to cheer about.
So,
I mean, think about it.
Dunn to the near side, Thornton to the far side in the pass pattern. This time the bigger Rosser gets the football. Quay Rosser, I think is his name. And he's going to go down after about a 6 or 7 yard pickup. Helmet comes off, and so I imagine he's got to exit the game, which is probably a good thing for the Raiders. You know that he's not going to be in there to have to try to stop right now.
His brother, Marshawn Rosser, he's pretty good too.
He is pretty good. So you got third down, 4 yards to go for a first down. Kind of a big third down. Now, once again, is it 2 down territory for the Red Devils? You never know. Knight will hand the ball off.
And he'll get the first down.
And Rosser will get the first down. You know, you've got Marcavian Rosser, which they call Quay. He's the pounder. You got Marshawn. He's the speedster.
Yeah.
And he hits that hole a whole lot quicker than his brother.
He does hit it quick, no doubt about that.
And I'm assuming they're brothers. I don't know whether they're brothers or not. I'm assuming they are.
They could be cousins.
Could be. Could be. But I'm just going to tell you, both of them play both of them are good quality football players. And they're going to give somebody in the Seminole this year, they're going to have some problems with these boys.
Oh, absolutely.
And Ross's still going. He's running. He's in the open field. He's going to be taken down by Peterson at the 5, but I think it's coming back. I think it's coming back.
Well, I'm looking for the flag, Doug.
Yeah, the flag went down here. Got a holding right there against Rustburg.
And that could be one reason he got as open as he did.
Now, I'm not sure exactly where the spot of the hold took place, but it's not going to be at the 5-yard line.
No. It's going to be somewhere right about there, and they'll probably back it up 10 yards, and it'll be third down all over again.
Well, it'll be.
And they haven't marked the ball yet. Rustburg's breaking the huddle, but they've got to march a penalty off first.
Yeah, the Rosser boy did pick your first down up on the last play, so it'll be first down and 20.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
So it'll be first down and 20.
First and 20.
5:48 left in the third period of play.
All handed off. This is Rosser back up over the middle. No, this is number 3, Ari Reed. And Reed just muscled his way for about 15 yards.
Reed taking the handoff. Brought down by several Raiders.
So it'll be second down and probably looking at about 4 yards. He picked up 16 on that play. That's a way to get the penalty yardage back.
Second and 4.
5:10 to go. The Red Devils with the lead and the football. Knight's going to hand the football off to.
Got boomed at the line of scrimmage,
Once again, that's Ari Reed. He ran into the line, and then he bounced back, and then the Raiders got him.
So you're looking at third, and we'll call it 4.
Third and 3.
Boy, it's the longest 3 yards I've seen. What do you think?
Fire and safety equipment
You think that's the longest 3 yards you ever seen?
That's pretty good length, but that's what they got. Third down. The ball's in Raider territory. Once again, it's handed off now to Rosser, Marcravian Rosser, and he's going to pick up.
Now I'm going to say it's 3rd and 3. 4th and 3.
It's 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, however you want to look at it.
Doug, look at the line.
I see it.
1, 2, 3. You see the little hash marks?
I do. And, I'm going to have to agree with you on this one.
Okay.
Hey, it's hard to say early in the year, but I think I'm going to have to agree with you on this.
If I'm right, I'm right.
Big play right here for the Raiders. Now, they need to stay on sides.
Absolutely.
Once again, the ball handed off to Rosser.
Yeah, he's going to get the first
and
down.
Rosser bulls across. When you need 3 or 4 yards, you know who to hand it off to.
He's a big guy, no doubt about it. Again, he's 6 foot 205, but he looks bigger than 205. Thing is, when he runs, it gets to leaning, Doug, and when he's leaning forward, it's a load.
Well, he's got tree trunks for legs,
yeah.
So he just pushes off on them, and he just takes.
Exactly right.
And they found something on that left side of their offensive line. 1st down and 10, ball at the Raider 40. Dropping back, going to hand the ball off once again to Rosser. And that's going to probably be a loss or maybe a yard. I don't think he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Trying to figure out who made the initial contact, Doug. The front of his number has disappeared. Let's see. Is it number? I can't tell what his number is. I can't see his back. Number 7, maybe?
Could be.
Haskins, perhaps.
Number 7 is Jamorian Haskins.
Yeah. I think it might have been number 7 that made the initial contact.
All right, 2nd down, and we'll call it. We got to delay a game against the Red Devils.
Oh, okay. So that'll back it up.
Play
5
clock
yards.
So to bring up. I'm gonna call it 2nd and 15.
Well, let's see. Count the hash marks. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, Doug, that would be right. 2nd and 15.
Well, they got him back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he was a little short last time, but they got him back to the line.
Well, no, the board does say 2nd and 16, so you might be right.
Ball handed off to the man coming around. Number 16 that time.
Wow.
Max Nitty kind of hit too, but number.
That's Ashton Dickerson. And Ashton comes in at 5'9", 145, and Matt Nitty comes in at 5'9", 155. They're pretty close.
Yeah, you're right. But in this case, Mr. Nitty delivered a little more load than the other one.
Yeah, he had more leverage, I think.
I think so, too. Pickup of a couple on the play, so 3rd down and about 13.
You know it's a hard hit when the whole crowd goes, ooh.
Yeah. Looking back, throwing the ball downfield. And going back. They're going to call pass interference. I can't believe it.
Doug, it looked like offense interference. It looked like that the receiver had a hold of the Raider jersey.
But
now, see, Doug, I have to disagree with that call right there. The receiver for Rustburg had a jersey full in his hand that pulled him down.
But the ball was underthrown, and usually anytime the ball is underthrown and the man is trying to come back and you grab him or you bump him, you're going to get the call. You're going to get the pass.
And the bad thing is the official right next to it did not call it. It was the official back.
Yes.
The line judge made the call. Why is the line judge making that call when the other official is standing 3 yards from it? I don't get it.
Kind of a good question. High snap, ball handed off to number 3. That's Reed.
And Doug, that's a big play because it would have made it 4th and about 15.
Yeah.
I've never understood when there's an official standing within 5 yards of the play that an official that's 15 to 20 yards down the field, he's the one that throws the flag. Have you?
Nope. But they're going to tell you, as long as the call gets called right, they're not going to worry about it.
Well, I don't think it got called right. I hate to say it, but.
Ball handed off to Marshawn Rosser. He's going to pick up a few yards on the play.
Ball handed off to Marshawn Rosser.
Bring up third down at about 2. And that's going to be the end
of the third
quarter.
Yep.
And we're just like we started it. The Red Devils lead 14 and the Raiders are 7. We're going to come back with the fast and furious fourth quarter right after this from Bragg Stadium in Appomattox. Once again, Rustburg 14, Appomattox 7. We'll be right back.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Scott and Wilson Insurance in Appomattox if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you. RE/MAX Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The RE/MAX team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by RE/MAX Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
All right, folks, welcome back. It is 3rd, and we'll call it 4, Doug.
Hand off to Rosser. Rosser gets up over the left side of the line.
I think he got the first down,
I think he got enough for it.
Picks up a first down for the Red Devils.
First down and 10 now. The ball spotted at about the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Ball Raiders 17-yard line.
First down and 10. Ball handed off to Rosser going up over the left side. He's going to get hit and taken down. He may get back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. They're actually going to give him about a yard gain on that, so 2nd down and 9. I don't know where.
Picks up about a yard on that play. Second and 9.
Doug,
Raider defense has to stand tall right here.
Yeah, if the Raiders are ever going to stop somebody, now's the time to do that.
Wide receiver to the far side and near side in motion. Ball handed off. Rosser coming back up over the middle. He's going to get it down to about the 15, maybe the 14-yard line. So to bring up once again a 3rd down and looking at about 7 for a first down for the Red Devils.
Third and 7. Third down by safety company.
They got to do something with a helmet. Somebody's having a.
I think what happened, Doug, is number 25 for the Raiders,
Official timeout.
who was Travion Kidd, somehow his hand had got stuck in the helmet of number 7, who was Haskins. They've got him released now. Boy, isn't that something?
3rd down and 7. 10:35 to go in our contest, and Red Devils up 7. Knight in shotgun formation. Behind him is Marshawn Rosser. And the Red Devils may end up taking a timeout.
They're going to have to take
here.
a timeout, Doug. They're not, we won't get this playoff. Yeah, they're going to have to call a timeout.
And the Red Devils did take a timeout. So that is their first timeout taken here in the second half. So with 10 minutes and 11 seconds to go in our ball game, it's Rustburg 14 and Appomattox 7. We'll come right back after these words.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Landscaping that will make you proud to invite your neighbors over. Call 434-841-5163 today and let Brian show you what your place could look like with the right landscaping touch. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Call today.
Welcome back to Bragg Stadium. Rustburg with a 3rd down and 7. Ball's going to be handed off.
Wow, he is quick.
Number 23, Marshawn Rosser running up the middle.
Yeah, Marshawn Rosser, Doug, when he hits that hole, he hits it quick.
So it's a 1st and goal. The ball is spotted at about the 5-yard line, looks like, maybe the 6. Big series of downs right here. The Raiders need to keep the Red Devils out of the end zone. Rosser going up over the left side, and he's going to bull his way in for a touchdown.
And Doug, you know, I wonder if that's after the play. Let's see.
I don't know, something ineligible something.
I was going to say, is that an illegal substitution? So
anyway, so that's going to wipe a touchdown off the board. Back it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and goal from around the 10. Oh, no, it's a 15-yard penalty, whatever that signal was.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Wow.
It's 1st and goal now from a 20. Yeah, 1st and goal from a 21.
First and goal, 21-yard line.
Ball's going to be handed off. This is Reed. Harry Reed going up the middle that time. He's going to pick up some yardage. He's going to get it down to about the Let's see where they mark it now. 17-yard line looks like where they're going to mark it.
Ball resting on the 17-yard line.
For second down and goal from the 17 for the Red Devils.
Second and goal from the 17.
Two wide receivers. Once again, Rosser in the backfield. And Rosser gets the pitch coming to the right. He
slipped a little bit.
He slips, but then he gets hit.
Was that Nettie?
Number 2, I believe it was. He was going down on the slip, but he also got hit pretty good. So now it's third down, goal to go from, once again, the 17-yard line. We're coming up on 8:27. If nothing else, the Red Devils are grinding clock out tonight and making this a shorter game for the Raiders to try to get back into. Knight's going to take the rollout, going to the right side, looks across the middle, throws it high over the intended receiver, number 80 for the Red Devils.
Wow, Doug, I tell you what, that's a big turn of events for the Raiders.
So now it's fourth down and goal from that 17-yard line.
So Doug,
and apparently, Rustburg has not been kicking. They've been going for the 2.
Yeah.
So apparently they don't have a kicker. If they had a kicker that could kick a field goal, they could probably put this game out of reach.
But Doug, and looking at the rules, American football, when a referee places both hands on top of his head, it signals that the team made an illegal substitution, but that's not 15 yards.
No, it's not. Fourth down, 17. Fourth and goal from his 17. Got a flag down. And the pass is incomplete on the far side, but I'm not sure.
You got to hope the Raiders didn't hold the receiver.
So the Raiders,
they'll decline that.
They're going to decline the penalty, and it's going to be a first down for the Raiders. So that is a real good, fortunate change of events there for the Raiders now.
Old Mo, Doug, just changed sides.
So now the ball is spotted at the 16-yard line. First down for the Raiders.
And the question is,
with 8:11 to go,
can the Raiders move the ball, Doug? They have not moved the ball since early in this game.
So they got an official's timeout for something.
Official timeout.
Why is it? I'm getting ready to see. We got to talk to the chain gang crew over there because they spotted it to 20, and it should be to 17.
I think they have some trouble with the chain, Doug.
Time to break out the new chains.
Bring the ones that's shorter for this series.
Hey, that's why they've been fixing them links over there. They finally caught up with them again, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did. All right, here go the Raiders, Doug. This crowd is ready to explode, I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, the Raiders in tight formation like they're going to try to run it again. The ball handed off up the middle. And a pickup of about 3 yards on that play.
And, of course, they would love a long, sustained drive, running 5 or 6 minutes off the clock. They score a touchdown, Doug, but I don't know. Because now Peterson's had a couple good throws that the receivers have dropped, so that didn't help any.
Second and 6.
7:45 and counting, second down and about 6 yards to go. The pitch out this time. Fleshman going.
Nice tackle.
Fleshman shoestring tackle. Probably no gain on it.
Yeah, it looked like number 3, Doug, who is Ari Reed with a nice play. So you got third, and we'll call it 6.
Red Devils.
And if you're the Raiders, you can go for it. two-down territory here, but if you don't make it,
Yeah,
it may be all she wrote.
you're right. The pass.
Oh, my.
Thrown low, but I don't think that was going anywhere.
No, it wasn't going anywhere. Doug, I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
Reagan Conroy was the intended receiver for the Raiders.
I think the Raiders have to punt, Doug.
Well, the Raiders have to punt, but they haven't shown they could stop the Red Devils' running game.
No, they haven't. And the Red Devils are going to run it because they're going to run this clock down.
Yes, they are. We got to score this game so far here in the second half. And the punt is high. It's going to stay in Raider territory at about the 47-yard line.
About the 46-yard line, the Red Devils will take over, Doug. And after a great defensive stand by the Raiders, they went 3 and out.
Now, the only thing it can be is Rustburg help them out by a turnover. Rustburg so far has not put the ball on the ground. They had an interception tonight. Right. And the Raiders have had one fumble tonight.
Yeah,
so
the Raiders, Doug, are lucky that the Red Devils have committed some penalties, timely penalties.
Yeah, 2 big penalties here in the first half has slowed the Red Devils' offense down tonight. But the Raiders have got to try to find a way to knock your ball loose, come up with a turnover somehow, or at least 3 and out here. Nice run up over the right side that time. That's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on that play.
I tell you, Marshawn Ross, you're right. It's like thunder and lightning is what they call it. And Marshawn, he's a lightning. When he hits that hole, he is moving.
So it's 2nd down and 6.
But a big offensive front line for the Rustburg Red Devils, and I'm in agreement with you. The Seminole District better get ready for the Rustburg Red Devils.
Yeah, I mean, and Knight has shown that he doesn't have a problem throwing the football either.
No, you're right.
The handoff this time it's Reed. Reed makes a little spin move, but he may get a yard. Now you've had the Lightning. Now you're gonna get the Thunder, because here comes
coming back in now.
Marcavian Rosswood. I think they call him Quay. So 5:38 to go. Pretty big play right here. Does Rustburg do? I guess that whether they go for 4th down or not, it depends on how much they pick up on this ground.
I think you're right.
I think everybody knows who's going to get this football. Rossa runs.
Nice play by the Raiders.
And he is hit and taken down. He's probably going to lose about a couple on the play.
Yeah, it's going to make it 4th and 9, Doug. Now, the question is, will Rustburg go for it here?
Well, they're probably going to run the clock down well under 4 minutes. They may take a timeout to make that decision. Or then again, they just...
Well, you got 4:54 and counting.
But he's got 20 seconds on coming. Well, once again, they line up like they always do. My guess is Knight's getting ready to punt the football. And the pooch kick is right.
And a great bounce.
Yeah, it's going to stop down around the 12-yard line.
But the key, Doug, is
wish I could get my wedge to stop that quick.
The key, Doug, is the Raiders stopped the Red Devils again.
Yes.
Now they've got to show we do have some offense.
So far, the offense has been little or none tonight.
Exactly right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. It could be the last chance the Raiders get. All right, here we go, folks. Raiders with 2 wideouts.
Ball handed, well, no. Kept it that time. Peterson kept the football.
Continue to try to run that ball, Doug.
And he may have gotten 3 yards out of the deal. Got it up to about the 15.
It's a good run to pick up 3 yards on first down, but time is running. And you've got to get the ball downfield. Unfortunately,
it's going to be an interesting thing to see if Appomattox happens to score the touchdown. Will they go for the 2 to try to take the win or what they do?
Right. You're exactly right, because they got to get there first.
They got to get there first. You're exactly right. Ball handed up over the left side. That's number 8 with the football. That's Daniel Bradley.
He'll actually lose a couple of yards.
So now the Raiders are right back where you got to throw the football on third and 8. They're really not mixing it up that much.
No, really not, Doug. Really not. I mean, Rustburg right now on first and second down is saying we don't have to worry about the pass. They're going to run the ball.
Fleshman in the backfield. Fleshman with a halfback pass. He's going to throw it.
He got him open, Doug.
And in and out of his hands.
Wow.
In and out of the hands, and I didn't see who dropped it. I think it was Conroy or Nitty.
I think it's Nitty, Doug.
Nitty, number 2. It hit him in his eye. I thought he was going to be. He could not hang on to it going down.
And the Raiders are going to punt again.
2:55 to go.
Wow. Doug, I'm sorry, but I don't know why you don't throw it on first down.
Right. It's kind of been a little puzzling tonight. But that almost worked right there.
It did.
I mean,
it was a great play. Thrown just a little too far.
So now you got the Raiders use their second time out of the third of the quarter of the half to talk about something, and so the Raiders with 2:55 to go, 4th down and 8, down 14-7. We'll come right back and see what this 4th down is all about right after this.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Scott and Wilson Insurance and Appomattox if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is family owned and operated. Robinson's has been serving the community for more than 70 years with quality, compassion, and a caring staff. We're here in that time of need to offer funeral services, cremations, and a memorial celebration of life for your loved ones. Robinson can also assist you with your pre-planning in those difficult decisions. Robinson Funeral Home, we care, and we're here in that time of need for you. RE/MAX Realty Connection, located in Appomattox, is ready to help you with either selling your home or buying that dream home you're looking for. The RE/MAX team is offering some great incentives in selling and buying that you will benefit from. Our agents have the experience to get the job done for you through personal care and the latest technology. Come by RE/MAX Realty Connection, located at 570 Court Street in Appomattox, or call us today at 434-352-8884.
All right, here we go, folks. Raiders took a timeout, and now they are going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 9. Well, this is your ball game right here. If they don't make it.
Roll out. Peterson with the football, throws it over, and it's caught.
And we're going to have I think we'll have rough in the pass as well, Doug. So if he caught it, and we go rough in the pass on top of that.
Holding.
Oh, no.
Raiders.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
Usually on a roller pass, you don't have a penalty. I tell you what, it's been some untimely penalties against both teams tonight.
Right.
So after Raider picks up a 4th down, this holding penalty, I'm not exactly sure where it was spotted at, but if it's at the flag, it's going to take it half a distance to the goal. So it'll be inside the 10-yard line. Now, do you still go for it?
I don't know, Doug. Well, you have to. It's only 2:47 left.
So
Holding penalty against the Raiders. Back them up. Ball on the Raider 8-yard line.
and Peterson's going to be tackled in the backfield at about the goal line. I don't think it's a safety. But it's close to the goal line, so it'll bring up first down and goal for the Red Devils.
Peterson tackled down in the backfield.
That was the problem I talked about at halftime, that if the Raiders were to go to 4 wideouts, could that offensive line block that defensive line?
That's why
the question answer there was no.
That's why you don't keep your quarterback in the pocket. You roll him out, Doug.
But it's also, you got to start doing that on first down.
I agree.
And I don't know whether we threw a first down pass, that the Raiders threw
I
a
don't
first
think we
down.
have.
I don't think the Raiders threw a first down pass at
No,
all tonight.
I don't think we have.
I mean, it's been a hard-fought game, and
It
the score
has.
is not going to show because Russburg is going to punch this one in.
Well, they didn't get in.
Well, they didn't. Yeah, they said it was first and goal from about the 1 yard line, and they didn't punch that one in, so it'll be second down. All that does is let the clock roll.
Yeah, and the big guy, Big Ross will come in, number 32.
Yeah. You just had a little bit of lightning. Now you're going to see a little bit of thunder, I expect.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's going to rain on the Raiders parade with the lightning and thunder.
Yeah, it'll be the first home opener they've lost in a long time.
It will be.
Ball
Touchdown.
goes up over the middle, and yes, Rossler takes it into the end zone. So that'll be a touchdown, Russburg. So the Red Devils now go up 20-7 with the extra point to come. And they've been doing a 2-point conversion, so we'll see if they continue that tonight.
They must not have anybody that can kick, because at this point, you would normally go for one.
Well, you've got Rossler in the what they call it. Well, not really. Knight's backing down on the center. They're going to hand it off to Ross up over the left side, and he's going to spin into the end zone.
Of course, when you can run it like that, I don't guess you need to have a kicker.
So with 1 minute and 59 seconds to go, fourth period, it's Russburg 22, Appomattox 7. We'll be back with the Red Devil kickoff right after this.
Hi, I'm Jordan. And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.
Mills Heating and Air has been proudly serving Central Virginia and surrounding communities since 1984 in residential and commercial services, replacement and electrical. We are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-service provider. Our professional customer service and technical staff will respect your home and your time and your business. Call Mills Heating and Air today. We're looking forward to serving you, or visit us on the web. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Landscaping that will make you proud to invite your neighbors over. Call 434-841-5163 today and let Brian show you what your place could look like with the right landscaping touch. Saunders Outdoor Landscaping. Call today.
All right, folks, 1:59 left, 22-17 in favor of Rustburg. And they'll kick an onside kick, but it looks like the Raiders will come up with it.
Yeah, the Raiders fell on the ball. It's at the 50-yard line. So, well, we got a flag down? Nope. So we're just going to get the football. So first down and 10, Appomattox at the Rustburg 49-yard line, minute and 59 to go. Don't know whether you can have that much miracle.
Well, you know, Doug, the Raiders last year, they won the first game against Buckingham here. Then they lost at Rustburg. They lost to Heritage here. And then they lost at Lord Botetourt. So they started the season 1-3. They didn't lose another game until they got to the
state
quarterfinals. So, you know, it's going to be some growing pains for this Raider team. They showed they can play some defense.
Yes.
They just got to get the offense squared away.
So Peterson in the backfield. Rustburger's going to be coming because he knows he's got to throw it. Peterson's going to step up. Peterson's just not having enough time to throw it. The snap one was low, but then it's nobody. They're running long pass patterns that it takes a few moments for it to develop, and Peterson doesn't have enough time. Now you're right. Maybe rolling him out might be the thing to do. But does he throw the ball well on the run?
Well, do you have to run it the pass pattern that long?
So it's second down, about 16 to go for a Raider first down. Once again, low snap, ball thrown over the middle, caught by number 2, Nitty. Nitty made a great move, got it inside to 35.
Doug, that has been open all night.
Well, it's been open, but the Raiders finally exploited it. And the Raiders spiked the football to stop the clock. Minute and 10, so we've got 70 seconds left in this contest tonight. The Raiders travel to take on the Heritage Pioneers next Friday night. And I'm not exactly sure where the Rustburg Red Devils, who they have, but I'm sure they're back at home.
Well, apparently the Heritage Pioneers must have had the night off because we actually saw Brad Bradley in the stands scouting.
We did. And now he either had the night off or they don't play till tomorrow night.
That's possible. Glass could have played
tomorrow afternoon.
Glass could have played tonight at City Stadium, and then Heritage could have a home game at City Stadium tomorrow. You are correct.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know college football season kicks off tomorrow, so I don't imagine that for them having a night game tomorrow night, but I don't know. Ball thrown outside, caught by Fleshman. Fleshman's getting inside to 30. The Raiders got to be kind of in a hurry here as the clock goes under a minute.
Third down.
Snap. Peterson running to the right. He stops, he throws, goes incomplete, out of bounds. So it'll be fourth down and about 7 for a first down with 35 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Again, Doug, the score right now 22-7, but the score really doesn't tell the story of the game tonight. The story of the game tonight for the Raiders was defense and keeping the game close. The story for the Rustburg Red Devils, running the ball, and defense as well because they have held the Raiders in check.
Fourth down and 7. Peterson dropping back. Looking, throws over the middle. He hits his pass, gets his man down at the 15-yard line. Now the Raiders have to rush and will probably spike the football again. Yeah, the 2 passes they've completed in this drive has been across the middle.
Yeah.
Clock is rolling. Peterson's going to spike the football, and that's going to stop the clock with 26 seconds to go. Second down and 10 now for the Raiders. Now, the thing, you're going to look in the stat sheet tomorrow, and you're going to see a lot of offense for the Rustburg Red Devils.
Yes.
You're going to see 22 points. You would have thought,
it'd be a lot more.
Looking at the stats, that it would be a lot more.
Yeah.
The Raiders, you're going to see very little stats, 7 points, which is probably what.
Actually do.
But a loss is a loss.
I actually thought this game, both teams would score in the 20s.
Well, it just and I mentioned when you said that, whichever defense stood up tonight. So far, the Rustburg defense was the one that stood up. The pass pattern was dumped short of number 26, who was Trayshawn Kelso. But in Trey's defense, he probably was a good thing he didn't catch it. The clock would have rolled.
That's right.
So it was probably a good thing that he didn't catch it.
Probably need to put this one in the end zone, Doug. I mean, if you're trying to score.
So 21.3 seconds to go. Play clock is getting down to about 10. Peterson calls a snap. He looks, he's dancing, he throws, and it's going to be
almost
knocked
intercepted.
down. Quay Rosser that time, he was the one who knocked that pass down.
Yeah.
So now it brings up 4th down, 10 with 15 seconds to go.
Fourth and 10. Raiders.
Yeah, the next couple of weeks, the Raiders have some quality contests against some real quality opponents. Heritage Pioneers as well as the Lord Botetourt Cavaliers.
Right.
And that Lord Botetourt will be here in 2 weeks. 4th down, rolling out. Peterson steps up, throws it over the middle, and
almost
it's incomplete.
intercepted.
He had 2 receivers wide open in the end zone.
And the problem, Doug, is both receivers were basically in the same spot. So when 2 receivers in the same spot, guess what? 1 defender can defend them.
So Rustburg will get the football with 8.4 seconds to go. My guess they'll take a knee and this game will be over with.
Yep, that's going to be it. You're exactly right, unless something crazy happens. But even if it does, it won't be enough for the Raiders to be able to win this football game. And as you said, they will lose their first opening home game in quite some time.
Yeah, they haven't lost a home opener for I forget what it was, 7 or 8 years I've last seen it. It's been a while since I remember them losing a home opener.
Yeah, exactly. But they've got some work to do.
Yeah, the offense needs to learn to click. Rustburg takes a knee, and that's going to wrap up this contest.
Yep, and so we'll wrap it up as well.
So the Appomattox Raiders fall victim to the Rustburg Red Devils, 22-7.
Yep.
The Rustburg Red Devils will get to keep the lantern to light the path for the Red Devils.
And the Raiders will be chopping wood in the dark.
So
with the axe they won last week.
But the Red Devils go to 2-0. The Raiders fall to 1-1 on the season. Once again, Appomattox will travel to Heritage next Friday night.
Yep, we have 2 more sponsors, Doug. The Saunders Outdoor Equipment and Scott Wilson Insurance, 2 great sponsors. Been with us for a while. They do a great job. Scott and Wilson, they great coverage that they have. And they can set you up with many different insurance companies. And also Saunders Outdoor Equipment. He's done some work in my house. I'm going to tell you, he does a good job. It is quality work. So, folks, don't forget that. Saunders Outdoor Living and Scott Wilson Insurance. As Doug said, the final score tonight, the Rustburg Red Devils 22, the Appomattox Raiders 7. Game actually closer than the
final
score. But got to give Rustburg credit. They shut down the Raider offense except for one big play in the first quarter.
The Raiders may end up having 150 yards or maybe 175 total offense tonight because they had 88-yard play and then that last drive ate up a bunch of yards. But other than that, the Raiders offense was kind of stagnant tonight.
It was.
And the running game never developed. On the other hand, you got to take your hat off to the Rustburg defense. I mean, they've got a big front line. You've got to deal with them, and they were quick to the ball. So,
yeah, well,
like I said, Rustburg is going to make some noise in the Seminole. Whether they've got enough to deal with LCA and EC Glass and Heritage, and.
Well, and Doug, I'll tell you something. Rustburg was the better team tonight, but not by much.
Not by much, no.
So,
and I think the key player tonight was the running of Rosser.
Absolutely, no question about it.
Now,
both Rossers.
Marshawn, like I said, he was the Lightning, and Marquavian, or Quay they call him, was the Thunder. But when they needed yards, they handed off to Quay Rosser, and he would get the necessary yardage they needed. But the only time they couldn't do it was when they had those 4th and 15s.
But you've got to give the Rustburg offensive line a lot of credit, Doug. They made big holes out there. Again, a closer game. Actually, the score could have been 14-7 if the Raiders could have picked up.
The Raiders went penalty. The Raiders went forward at a minute and something or 2 minutes to go in the game. They got a first down, got a holding penalty. They went forward again, and and Peterson got sacked back to about the 2-yard line, and 2 plays later, Rustburg takes it in the end zone. That was the only score of the second half. It was. I won't say it was a gift, but you might as well say it was.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you only had a 2-yard drive, but the Raiders had to do what they had to do.
Yep.
Appomattox, on the other hand, they've got to just figure out a way to generate offense. I think their defense is here right now. They've got to get the offense going. Sometimes you win ball games if your defense is good enough. Rustburg did not turn it over. Appomattox had 1 turnover tonight. I don't think that Rustburg made Appomattox pay with the turnover, though.
No.
Appomattox got the ball back, so really that kind of nullified everything. But the Raiders' offense tonight, I think, and when the offensive coaches look at the game film tonight, they probably want to burn it before they look at it. You know what I mean?
You're exactly right. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. Jimmy the Lakes, and the Danny one, Doug Marshall. Final score again tonight, the Rustburg Red Devils 22, the Appomattox Raiders 7. Rustburg goes to 2-0 on the season. The Raiders go to 1-1. Hey, we'll see you next time in the live TV game of the week for Jimmy the Lakes,
Doug the Dandy one, Marshall.
See you next time, folks.
Have a great one.
So put your hands together tonight. Welcome again to the platform of GBC. Yeah, it's Avenue Trio. Hey.
Hey, good evening, everybody. All right, like this.
There is a glad day coming, and it won't be long till laying down the hymnal we will sing a brand new song. Worthy is the Lamb of glory, all the saints will sing. Wondrous hosannas there will ring. We're gonna sing up in that heavenly choir.
We'll sing a million years and never get tired.
We'll sing of Jesus and his wonderful love, of how he came down low and lifted us up.
So if you think you've heard good singing down here, just wait until you've heard that music up there.
We're gonna lift our voices higher and higher while singing in that heavenly choir.
Hey, we love it. We're so glad you guys are here tonight, and we're going to have a great time together. You're doing a good job out there, but let's keep it up and make a joyful noise and have some fun, all right?
Thousands and thousands singing, wanting to believe. Every voice up there will blend in perfect harmony. Victory will be our anthem through the crimson flow. What a joy it is for us to know. We're gonna sing up in that heavenly choir.
We'll sing a million years
and never get tired. We'll sing of Jesus and his wonderful love, of how he came down low and lifted us up.
So if you think you've heard good singing down here, just wait until you've heard that music up there.
We're gonna lift our voices higher and higher while singing in that heavenly choir. So if you think you've heard good singing down here, just wait until you've heard that music up there. We're gonna lift our voices higher and higher while singing in that heavenly choir. While singing in that heavenly choir. While singing in that heavenly choir.
All right, everybody, like this. Come on now.
When I see the sun shining down on me, when I see the sky blue as it can be, when I hear the wind whispering to me, that's how I know, yeah, that's how I know. Every day he tells me just how much he loves me, that's how I know, yeah, that's how I know. In all his creation, to his revelation, he shows me how he loves feel the warmth of his loving smile, when I see him work through each and every trial, when I hear him say it'll be worth it after a while, that's how I know, yeah, that's how I know. Every day he tells me just how much he loves me, that's how I know, yeah, that's how I know. In all of his creation, to his revelation, he shows me how he loves me so. When I see the sun shining down on me, when I see the sky blue as it can be, when I hear the wind whispering to me, that's how I know, yeah, that's how I know. Every day he tells me just how much he loves me, that's how I know, yeah, that's how I know. In all of his creation, to his revelation, he shows me how he loves me so. When I feel the warmth of his loving smile, when I see him work through each and every trial, when I hear him say it'll be worth it after a while, that's how I know, that's how I know, yeah, that's how I know, that's how I know.
Y'all are saved. Wave at me real big like this. Oh yes, listen.
So long I have searched for life's meaning, enslaved by the world and my greed. In the door of my prison was open, my love, for the ransom was paid, I was free. I'm free from the fear of tomorrow. I'm free from the guilt of the past. For I'm free in my shackles, for a glorious song. I'm free, praise the Lord, I'm free at last. I'm free from the guilt that I carried, and from the dull, empty life I'm set free. For when I met my Jesus, he made me complete, and he forgot the foolish man that I used to be. I'm free from the fear of tomorrow. Amen. Oh, and I'm free from the guilt of the past. For I'm traded my shackles for a glorious song. I'm free, praise the Lord, I'm free at last. Oh, for I'm traded my old shackles for a glorious song. Thank God I'm free, praise the Lord, I'm free at last.
Come on, everybody, like this. Come on.
Christ has gone home to prepare up beyond the blue sky. It must be so wondrously fair, never seen my mortal life. We know soon he's coming. no time to be slow. If you wanna ride on the glory cloud with the Savior and His chosen crowd, you better hurry up, get ready to go.
Yeah, you're doing good out there.
Give your heart to Jesus today. Oh, why longer refuse? Let Him wash your sins all away. He's the only one to choose. Well, do not wait until it's too late. Let Him be your true guide. Enter in that first right gate and standing open wide. You better hurry up, get ready to go. You better hurry up, no time to be slow.
Well, if you wanna ride on the glory cloud with the Savior and His chosen crowd,
You better hurry up, get ready to go. You better hurry up, get ready to go. You better hurry up, no time to be slow.
Well, don't you wanna ride on the glory cloud with the Savior and His chosen crowd?
You better hurry up, get ready to go. You better hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. You better hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. You better hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Get ready to go. You better hurry up.
Can you snap with me or bump your neighbor? All right. That's it.
I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Yes, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. I promised Him that I would serve Him till I die. Now I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Yes, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Well, I promised Him that I will serve Him till I die. Now I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. I was alone and idle, I was a sinner too, but I heard a voice from heaven saying, there is work to do. So I took my master's hand and I joined that heavenly band. Now I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Yes, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Yes, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Well, I promised Him that I would serve Him till I die. All right. Oh yeah. My Lord, I'm gonna work. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fight. My Lord, I'm gonna work on the battlefield. I'm gonna fight on the battlefield. I'm gonna stay on the battlefield. Well, and I am on the battlefield for my Lord, for my Lord. Oh, well, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Yes, for my Lord. Yes, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Yes, for my Lord.
a place where Jesus dwells. He paid the price on Calvary, and I'm not about to sell. From the day he started building, he's been my dearest friend. Construction's not completed, but the carpenters moved in. This house is built on amazing grace, anchored in the rock of ages, bought by the blood of the Lamb, recorded in the Bible pages. The floors are holy ground, and the walls are made of praise, and the devil can't tear it down, 'cause it's built on amazing grace. Some folks are building houses on nothing but shifting sand. Oh, but when the angry storms are raging, they fall in the winds of men. Sinners build a lot of mansions that I cannot afford. Oh, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. This house is built on amazing grace, anchored in the rock of ages, bought by the blood of the Lamb, recorded in the Bible pages. The floors are holy ground, and the walls are made of praise, and the devil can't tear it down. It's built on amazing grace. This house is built on amazing grace, anchored in the rock of ages. It's bought by the blood of the Lamb, recorded in the Bible pages. The floors are holy ground, and the walls are made of praise, and the devil can't tear it down, 'cause it's built on amazing grace. This house is built on amazing grace, anchored in the rock of ages. It's bought by the blood of the Lamb, it's recorded in the Bible pages. The floors are holy ground, and the walls are made of praise, and the devil can't tear it down, 'cause it's built on amazing grace. There is coming a day when no heartache shall come, no more clouds in the sky, and no more tears to dim the eyes, and all is peace forevermore on that happy golden shore. What a day, glorious day that will be. And there'll be no sorrow there, and no more burdens to bear, no more sickness, and no more pain, and no more parting over there. And forever I will be with the one who died for you and for me. Oh, what a day, what a glorious day that will be. And oh, what a day that will be when my Jesus I shall see, and I look upon his face, the one who saved me by his grace. And when he takes me by the hand and leads me through the promised land, what a day, glorious day that will be. When he takes me by the hand, and when he takes me by the hand and leads me through the promised land, what a day, glorious day that will be.
want you to listen to this, a beautiful account straight from the Word of God.
Heartbroken, tears falling, Martha found Jesus. She questioned why Lazarus had died. When she had thus spoken, her doubts were then silenced. He walked toward the body and cried, Lazarus, come forth, awake like the morning. Arise with new hope, a new life is born. Lazarus, come forth from death now awaken. For Jesus has spoken, death's chains have been broken. Lazarus, come forth.
Listen.
The tomb was now empty, and Martha stopped crying. Her brother now stood by her side. The Pharisees wondered about what had happened. How could one now live who had died? And listen to this. The reason this story gives hope to so many is although we know we must die, our bodies won't stay there in cold and dark silence. We'll hear Jesus cry from on high, children, come forth, awake like the morning. Arise with new hope, a new life is born. Children, come forth from death now awaken. For Jesus has spoken, death's chains have been broken. Children, come forth. For Jesus has spoken, death's chains have been broken. My children, come forth. Children, come forth. Children, come
Come on, everybody.
I'm going one of these mornings to a land with never a night. Oh yes, I'm going one of these mornings where the road is spotless white. One of these mornings I'll be flying high. One of these mornings I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm going one of these mornings to a land with never a night. Oh yes, I'm going one of these mornings where the road is spotless white. One of these mornings I'll be flying high. One of these mornings I'm gonna say goodbye. Sometimes when I see the sun rising, I am so surprised that I'm still here. 'Cause I just can't wait to wake up in heaven. Oh, and I know that day is a very near. 'Cause I'm going one of these mornings to a land with never a night. Oh yes, I'm going one of these mornings where the road is spotless white. One of these mornings I'll be flying high. One of these mornings I'm gonna say goodbye. Yeah. will seem so far away. 'Cause I'm going one of these mornings to a land with never a night. Oh yes, I'm going one of these mornings where the road is spotless white. One of these mornings I'll be flying high. One of these mornings I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm going one of these mornings to a land with never a night. Oh yes, I'm going one of these mornings where the road is spotless white. One of these mornings I'll be flying high. Yes, I'm going one of these mornings to a land with never a night. Oh yes, I'm going one of these mornings where the road is spotless white. One of these mornings I'll be flying high. One of these mornings I'm gonna say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Yes, I'm going one of these mornings to a land with never a light. Oh yes, I'm going one of these mornings where the road is spotless white. One of these mornings I'll be flying high. One of these mornings I'm gonna say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
I hear the doubters say you don't see many miracles these days, and I see so many broken ones just waiting for their answers to come. To those who've grown weary, I've got good news. So hold on, be strong, keep trusting it's true. The healer hasn't lost his touch. He's still the Almighty, the unchanging God of power. He's still showing up. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know this much: the healer hasn't lost his touch. I've been a desperate soul, a voice crying out to be made whole, and I felt the empty ache, so helpless in that lonely place. But I found him faithful, and I've seen him move. This is my story, and I'm living proof. The healer hasn't lost his touch. He's still the Almighty, the unchanging God of power. He's still showing up. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know this much: the healer hasn't lost his touch. Oh, he still restores, he still redeems, he still redeems.
hasn't lost his touch. He's still the Almighty, the unchanging God of power. He's still showing up. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know this much. The healer hasn't lost healer. He hasn't lost his touch. Oh, the healer, he hasn't lost his touch. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing
worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Praise the Lord, His mercy is more, stronger than darkness, new every morn. Our sins, they are many, His mercy is more. Love could remember no wrongs we have done. Omniscient, all-knowing, He counts not their sum. Thrown into a sea without bottom or shore. Our sins, they are many, His mercy is more. Praise the Lord, His mercy is more, stronger than darkness, new every morn. Our sins, they are many, His mercy is more. Constantly roam. What father so tender is calling us home? He welcomes the weakest, the vilest, the poor. Our sins, they are many, His mercy is more. Praise the Lord, His mercy is more, stronger than darkness, new every morn. Our sins, they are many, His mercy is more. Riches of kindness He lavished on us. His blood was the payment, His life was the cost. We stood neath the debt we could never afford. And our sins, they are many, His
Daddy sends him off to be a baby lamb sitter, places a tune in his heart and puts a harp in his hand. Yeah. Out under the stars he would dance and sing, writing his songs of praise for the King, not understanding, but knowing that God had a plan. Oh, yeah. David, play it on your harp. David, play it on your harp. He's giving you a song in your heart you can sing. If that ain't enough, your God will give you a sling. You got what you need to get the job done. The battle ain't over till the victory's won. So David, play it on your harp. Don't forget about David, don't forget about the story. From a harp and a sling to a king in all his glory. A little is a lot when you put it in the hands of the Lord. Oh, yeah. So next time you think you're not worth all that much, just remember what happens with the master's touch. The melody he put in your heart can be a two-edged sword. Oh yeah. David, play it on your harp. David, play it on your harp. He's giving you a song in your heart you can sing. If that ain't enough, your God will give you a sling. You got what you need to get the job done. The battle ain't over till the victory's won. So David, play it on your heart.
All right, here comes your part. Come on, put your hands together. Okay, we need you to sing The Battle Ain't Over. We want you all to sing it with us. Here we go. Sing The Battle Ain't Over.
The battle ain't over.
The battle ain't over. Sing it again.
The battle ain't over.
The battle ain't over till the victory's won.
The battle ain't over till the victory's won. The battle ain't over till the victory's won. The battle ain't over till the victory's won. So play it, David, play it on your harp. Yeah, David, play it on your harp. He's giving you a song in your heart you can sing. If that ain't enough, your God will give you a sling. You got what you need to get the job done. The battle ain't over till the victory's won. David, play it on your heart.
Hey, David!
David,
Play that melody from your heart.
David, play it, David. David. Locked in prison, I've been bound up tight. Trouble in chains trying to stop my fight. Ain't nobody gonna go my bail. Old Devil's Jail is just outside my cell. I'm not Silas, I'll never be Paul, but they found the only way to shake those walls. They didn't make a break in that midnight hour. They sung the house down with that Holy Ghost power. I feel a little song coming on. Oh yeah. Ain't no bar's gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel a little song coming on. Oh, come on, come on. I feel a little song coming on. Yeah. Ain't no bar's gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. roll so you can do your thing. Straight at midnight, make those rafters ring. Don't be somber, no, don't be soft. Go right on and sing the roof right off. There's no escape, so the devil says, but he's not God and this ain't Alcatraz. Oh, I feel a little song coming on. Oh, yeah. Ain't no bar's gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel a little song coming on. Oh, come on, come on. I feel a little song coming on. Thank you, Lord. Ain't no bar's gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel a little song coming on. Hey, yeah. Gonna let a little power rock these doors. Rumble and a roll underneath these floors. Stay till I pray that jailer through. Sing right out of these prison blues. I feel a little song coming on. Oh, yeah. Ain't no bar's gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel a little song coming on. Somebody praise him. I feel a little song coming on. Ain't no bar's gonna hold me long. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel a little song coming on. Gonna keep on singing till they're gone. These old walls are not that strong. I feel a little song coming on.
This next song reminds me of my childhood. As a young man, I grew up in the hills of eastern Kentucky, and we had to go outside and get water out of a well and carry it back inside for Grandma. This song reminds me of that. It's called Coolin' Water, like the water I used to get at Grandma's well.
They took me in. They took my feet out of the miry clay, placed them on a rock to stay. Oh, what a relief it was when God rescued me. Yeah. He loosed the chains that had me bound. Then he set me free, and it felt like cooling water. Oh, yeah. Cooling water. Cooling water. Cooling water. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Cooling water. Cooling water from Grandma's well. There were sleepless nights. Oh, so much pain. I couldn't see the sunshine. Nothing but rain. But God said, weeping may endure for the night, but in the morning it will be alright. Oh, what a relief it was. Oh, yes it was. When God rescued me. Oh, yeah. He loosed the chains that had me bound. Then he set me free. Oh, and it felt like cooling water. Oh, thank you, Lord. Cooling water. When he saved me. Cooling water. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's nothing like the presence of the Lord. Worship Him with us tonight, will you? And enter in, and let's just make love to Jesus tonight.
As I stand here in your presence, and I sense your warm embrace, how I long to touch your hand and see your face. You surround me with your glory. I find comfort, rest, and peace, and I take refuge in the shadow of your wings. There's nothing like the presence of the Lord. There is nothing like the presence of the Lord. In His presence there is fullness of joy. There's nothing like the presence of the Lord. Even in dark desperation, when it seems all hope is gone, you're my guiding light, my strong tower. Lord, you're my song. Though the waves, they crash in around me, I sense your peace amidst my storm, and I know that it's the presence of my Lord. Hallelujah! There's nothing like the presence of the Lord. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Hallelujah! There is nothing like the presence of the Lord. In His presence there is fullness of joy. There's nothing like the presence of. Oh, there's nothing like the presence of. There's nothing like the presence of the Lord. There's nothing like your presence, Lord. There's nothing like you, Jesus. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Come on, give me my hand clap of praise.
Hi, I'm Jordan. And I'm Jerry. At Fortress Foundation Solutions, we protect your home with crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, and basement waterproofing.
With a combined local experience of over 20 years, we offer you the professional results your home needs with the hometown quality you deserve.
Protect your home
with Fortress Foundation Solutions.